The Church of What's Happening Now is brought to you by MeUndies. Listen, you want to look good in your underwear and be comfortable, correct? But that perfect balance is hard to find. Don't sacrifice style or comfort. Check out MeUndies.com and find the best pair of underwear in the world. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you right now, because it's the fall, you want to look good. I'm going to get you 20% off, free shipping, and the 100% satisfaction guarantee. And that you're going to get the best and softest underwear you'll ever own. Do me a favor. Go to MeUndies.com/Joey. Again, that's MeUndies.com/Joey. You all want to eat better, but when it comes to snacks, sometimes it feels like the whole world is delicious and 1 billion calories versus boring and tasteless. I mean, hey, I don't like eating carrots either. You know, it doesn't have to be that way. Up your snack game with Nature Box. You're sure to find your new snack obsession at Nature Box. And right now, you'll save even more. Nature Box is offering the church family 3 free snacks with your first order when you go to naturebox.com/Joey. That's naturebox.com/Joey for 3 free snacks with your first order. That's naturebox.com/Joey. Kick that motherfucking mule, Lee.
We're going to dance. We're going to dance and have some fun.
Oh shit. Dig. Here we go, motherfuckers. What's up, you fucking savages? Uncle Joey here. It's Monday the 18th. Tomorrow's the 19th by the time you're listening, so get your shit together. If you came to the Cherokee Indian Casino last weekend, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I had a great time. I'm sorry I couldn't take the joints, but we had eyes on us from all fucking directions. The Cherokee casinos, the Cherokees, they watch you. You know what I'm saying? In the house, we got my girl Eleanor Martinez,
yes,
a.k.a. Eleanor Kerrigan, and the Christ Killer, the original, Lee Syatt, direct from Israel and shit.
I was just on a mission to Israel.
You need to fucking, today they got together, did you see? They put an airport
the
now.
Jews?
The Air Force put a fucking base in Israel. It's the first ever
nice.
deal like that. They're up in their game.
Did you help out?
No, he don't know.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
They got their shit tight to attack Korea now.
Fuck yeah,
they're gonna be working with the fucking Jews, Krav Maga coming at you.
My dad fought in Korea. He's ready to get back in. He says he's suiting up right now, girl. I'll get in there.
Taekwondo ain't gonna work against those Krav Maga motherfuckers. But anyway, we're here. We're queer. We're talking about interesting things. Listen, man, everybody strives to be the best they can be.
Right.
When you start playing that competition game in comedy,
or just shitting on other people.
It's the shitting on other comics and the comparing yourself to what you have and what you don't have to other comics. The same thing works in life.
Yeah.
While you're focusing on what you don't have and they have, you're fucking up instead of focusing on what you need and how you're gonna fucking get it.
Yeah.
When I walk to the store and I walk down the aisle and Sebastian, Bill Burr, and the fucking savage that we had on the show, Ron White, having a
how
conversation.
Great is he?
What do you want me to do? You want me to sit there and cut a chicken's head and throw it on their ankles? You know what I'm saying? What do you want me to do?
No.
Or you can't sit there and say, well, they got this, or I hate them because of that. You can't do that. That's what gets comics fucking dead. I lost that little thing I had like in '98. When you're here for 2 years, you get it.
Yeah.
You start to get it because you're not going to Montreal. You're not getting an agent. Comics that you moved here with that aren't as funny as you are getting fucking 3 yards to rep them and deals.
Yeah.
And you're not
Trust me.
getting nothing. So you get a little bitter. But then one day you come to the conclusion that, listen, I have a job to do regardless of what the fuck they're doing. And you move on. And
You
let it
stay
go.
in your lane. Like,
And
I
you
always
stay in your
treat it
lane.
like swimming. I was always a swimmer. I swam competitively. I was a chain smoker too, so that fucked everything up. But when you swim, if you look at the other swimmers, you fall behind. That's
behind.
it. It's the first rule. My sister taught me that when I was 8, and I always did that my whole life. Just stay straight. Look, people are going to pass you, you know. You might not win that fucking race, but you're still in the race. We're still all in the race.
You know, now, you and I both see, we've been both here. I've been here for 20 years.
I've been here since 93.
I've known you the whole time. Now, Lee had an interesting question. We were talking before the podcast
Yes, I
started.
swallow. Oh,
No. And
I'm sorry.
It's funny that
That's good to know.
Thanks, Lee.
there's people that we've known over the years that they've been lingering at the store, and you sit there and
God, yeah.
watch them, and you start to feel bad when they come over and talk to you. They talk to you about their plans and what's going to happen if it doesn't work, and how they're not getting this and they're not getting that. When I got to the store, there were 10 of those guys that hung out at the store every night,
Sure.
pissing on your fucking leg. And some of them actually had psychological problems. Like, if you really look at from outside, not that I'm no fucking saint, but I'm looking at these guys going, how can they not realize what is going on around them? They've been here for 15 years. They've had minimal success. And now 2 generations are passing them up, younger than them are
Yeah.
passing them up. At some time, you have to be honest with yourself and go, you know what? I either got to figure something out quickly or excel to the next level of this, whatever it is, whether
Yeah.
it's writing, coaching, you know, something. Listen, Phil Jackson was not the best basketball player in the world, and he ended up
No.
becoming the best coach in the world.
Yeah, the dynasty. Yeah.
Okay, I know guys that are tremendous fighters, that are great jiu-jitsu guys that have won thousands of competitions, and they run shitty jiu-jitsu schools. I know guys that have 1-stripe black belts, and they run a school like it's a fucking temple. So, not everybody can transition into everything. You have to know when it's time to move on. Every year
You have
I made
to pray that you know, though.
No, every year
That's
I made.
hard.
Listen,
That's
Yeah.
the scariest part. Is
That's the
every
scariest
year
part.
I had a fucking checklist December 31st.
Yeah.
To be honest with myself, and I got to be honest. When I got here, guys, I had plans for something. It didn't look like it was going that way. I had plans to be a stand-up, but there was no love in the stand-up community, except for Mitzi Shaw. So I had to
Right.
turn to acting to go through the back door. I'm not ashamed to say that. My lucky thing was The Sopranos hit. I looked like the guy, so I was getting hired for a lot of jobs on the basis of that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Fuck
I was
it.
in prison 15 years ago. I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take it however they fucking
Yeah.
serve it up. You know, now again, you got to go, well, Joey, you got lucky. But no. I was there for the opportunity.
Yeah.
I
You
was
were
there for the
prepared
opportunity.
For the
I
opportunity.
was prepared for
Which
the
you were.
opportunity. I walked into Mad TV, and every year I had a certain goal.
Yeah.
Every year I had a certain fucking thing. And the goal was, if it didn't work out, I made myself a promise. Why waste people's time, my time, and everybody else's? You
Yeah.
are what you are. I'll move back to North Bergen, get a little hut like a fucking Pablo Escobar.
I do that
and
to my
sling
mom all
coke
the time.
and wait till I die.
Yeah.
The cops come get me, or I end up in prison. That was the truth. That was the game plan. Why kid? Even when I was sleeping in that fucking car, I was making moves.
Yeah.
I was still fucking, just because I didn't have an apartment, I was still getting 4 spots a week at the store, still getting 10, 22 all around town. That's when Felipe had a room, Willie
Yeah.
had a room.
Oh my God, remember
You know,
Felipe's
everybody
room?
had a fucking room. Everybody
Yeah,
had
yeah.
2 or 3 rooms. So I was making a living. I
But-
just didn't have a fucking apartment.
Yeah. But you're still hustling. That's
You
what
was
it is.
striving.
Your opportunity, preparation meets opportunity. So you were preparing yourself for a soon-to-be opportunity, hopefully that comes. Sometimes these people, they're out here, they just think, oh, they'll just come find me, you know? I'm just hanging out at the right place at the right time. No, fucker, you got to be prepared. You got to be able to back it up. You could get a job, and it just, like, it puts you over the top, but then you have nothing else after that. Nothing. You know what I mean? You get one job, everybody's like, oh, this guy's great, or this girl's great, and then that job ends, and they get nothing else
me ask
because
you a
they
question.
can't back up.
What happened to the dude from that fucking movie Tino Speaks. What was that skinny dude that they gave him that rollerblade movie with your boy?
I'm so happy about all of
Will
this.
Kern, whatever his fucking name is. Will
Farrell?
Will Farrell and him.
Oh, you're talking about the the guy from
that movie,
Pedro movie.
Pedro, okay.
Vote
funny.
for Pedro.
Vote for Pedro. The whole fucking thing.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Where
Napoleon
is he today?
Dynamite.
Where is
The
he?
big curly hair guy?
The skinny blonde guy.
Ari.
John
Ari
Heder.
didn't-
Yeah, where is he today?
Let me
The
check.
red-headed Ari. Because
Yeah.
I remember when we saw that movie, Dice was like, Ari missed out. I was like, you are an asshole.
I've seen him recently, I feel like.
But he still works. He actually looks normal.
Right.
But
that was a guy that they blew up. They blew smoke in his
Oh,
ass,
yeah.
and he fell apart at the fucking seams. He was not ready for it.
Right.
He was not prepared
Right.
for what they gave him. You know that movie that a lot of people don't know this. That movie that fucking what's his name, the chubby kid, got nominated for an Academy Award with Brad Pitt.
Oh,
Jonah Hill?
That was Demetrius Martin's role. He got fired.
Oh, really? Demetrius Martin. The comic.
Demetrius,
the
whatever
guitar
the kid.
player.
Yeah, well, he's like a prop and shit. College kids like him.
Yes.
That was his role.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him. He just
me
wasn't
either.
cut
He
out
did
for
really
that.
well.
Jesus Christ.
What?
This guy works a lot. He does like a ton of shorts.
Yeah,
and
he's
video-
all over the place,
and,
that
like,
guy. He didn't disappear. He just did what he wanted.
But he's coming back. I
No,
think.
he didn't do what he wanted. They gave him a Comedy Central show, 10 episodes, and he couldn't cover the spread. That was
Oh,
the
it
end
was
of
all.
the
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
that was the end of that.
See, I
too.
thought he was into his own. Let me do my own
Yeah,
art
no, yeah,
kind of
everybody
shit.
wanted- yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
does
sure,
that too.
sure,
yeah.
sure.
No, I
Let me
have
do
my
short
own
films
vision.
and starve to death. What are you gonna do with short films? Wait for them to go to a festival? My film got into a festival. That's great. That and the fucking you paid $250
and
for your
some
film
people-
to be in a fucking festival. Can
Some
you imagine
people-
that?
Some people.
That's their
blow
world.
up out
That's
of
their
it.
world.
Yeah, and that's what they do,
That's
and that's
their world.
fine. If you're happy, do it. Fuck it, man. But to be
I thought the festival world was dead. For me, it died. I was
Well,
in 10 films, one with James Coburn. I did 10
Really?
films that all went to fucking festival,
that's amazing.
and nothing ever happened. Not a fucking call. I had a film in the Gay Film Festival that
I can't
rocked.
get in a film. I would love to get in a
I
film.
had a film at the Gay Film Festival in Hollywood. 10 million fucking gay men in the industry, and I didn't even get to suck a dick. Not even. Nobody called me for a booty call. You understand me? I was in the Gay Film Festival, and not
And
one
nothing.
fucking call.
No.
I was in the.
They didn't say we want the Cuban bear.
No, I was in the one big festival the one year with that fucking movie, with that one Toronto Film Festival.
Oh,
I had
yes.
3 movies in the Toronto Film Festival.
That's
Ugats.
amazing.
I had another
Ugats.
movie that I played a fucking salesman with a kid, and we were alone. We lived in a car. That was supposed to get nominated for fucking 10 Emmys. I was on a walk the red carpet with Marky Wahlberg. Nothing.
Oh my God,
Nobody
that's
called.
great.
I did another one with those dudes from fucking. He's big now. I just saw him in something. Oh, I just saw him in Ballers. He played.
Oh.
He played
Great
the
show. by
owner,
the way.
AGM's brother.
Okay.
He played the owner's brother. I did a pilot with him where he was a Boy Scout fucking troop, and I sold heroin at an Italian restaurant. And they sold heroin, but they dress up like Boy Scout leaders and come into the place. That one was supposed to go to fucking, I did 1,000 of those things. I've been to
Damn.
1,000 festivals.
I tried everything to get in those festivals. That's amazing. See, it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Like, I want that. I
Listen,
want to get in a fucking
I was
festival.
in the Jersey Film Festival. I did comedy at the fucking thing and still bombed. You understand me? I still didn't get Ugats. Nothing.
Yeah.
I got a call a year later for some fucking commercial regional. That
I
was
thought
it.
I was going to replace Meryl Streep, but I
to
kept
play
getting
a fucking
engaged.
to play a fucking plumber.
To
So
play
for
a
me, I
plumber?
swear to God.
I'll play a
So
plumber.
for me,
Put my
the
ass
festival
crack out.
game didn't work. It may work for some other people. I thought that I would get when I was in the Gay Film Festival, and I was in the second page.
That's amazing.
The top short film was the guy who fucking directed it and wrote it was the king of the gays in Hollywood. I loved him with all
Barry
my heart.
Diller?
No, we still
Oh.
talk. We still talk.
Oh, like I see what you're saying.
this guy,
this person that did
this
the
guy's
film.
a director now that has the best job in Hollywood.
Wow.
You know what he does?
What?
He directs those videos for people when they buy a bed at those places.
No.
What's that fucking place you buy furniture at?
Sleepy's?
And you build it yourself.
Oh,
IKEA?
IKEA.
So you build a bed when you buy a fucking couch from IKEA.
That comes
It
with a
comes with
video. Yeah.
You pop that video in. He shoots all those things. Dog, he's making 6 figures. He works 8 to 5. He don't
He's
have to
home,
deal with nobody.
no
He's
bullshit.
They're all the same.
They're all the same. You realize he was like, dog,
God love
I
him.
came out here with these big dreams, and he goes, they all sucked because the show,
But
the
he's
movie,
making a living.
the movie I did for him was a TV show originally.
Okay.
It was the reason why Pussy left The Sopranos. Besides, they hated his guts and that whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
That they didn't really like him. One of the reasons was he was going to do this at ABC. ABC wanted to take a walk on the wild side and do a show about 2 gay mobsters in Hollywood.
I can't.
That they're fucking.
Were you gonna co-star with him?
No. So Big Pussy was doing this. It was him and my like Louis, the one kid that goes to the store, and their fucking headquarters was the Hollywood Pussycat Theater. Oh, hilarious! These guys did write something very funny.
Yeah.
But at the last minute, ABC got cold feet.
I was gonna say that's
And so we can
too early
you know,
for
The
something like
Sopranos
that.
was on fire.
Right now,
It's
that might
2000
work.
In 2002, The Sopranos were on fire. So every network was trying to come up with a mob show to go opposite with them.
Right.
They had a long fucking talk. They looked at Mickey Mouse and they said, we like our jobs. Forget the gay thing. We'll put a gay thing later on as a co-star.
Like now, I feel like you could do something like that, maybe on HBO or something. Like
it was great.
It would be
It was great. I thought it was
funny
great.
and a little bit darker.
Listen, I don't know how to find the fucking thing.
But it's acceptable
it's on YouTube,
more
please.
now.
What should I put in?
Mezzos, the Mezzos, MEZZ
Mezzos.
apostrophe S. Your boy went in there.
amazing.
Your boy went in there with me to read on a Saturday. We read together. He read by himself. When I got the movie, he was furious. He
Who was
talked
it?
shit for a fucking month. He was better than the guy. The guy could have been a lot better.
You can't say his name.
No. He
All
was,
right,
you know,
I
who's your
get it.
boyfriend?
I have
You
so
know.
many.
No,
Yeah.
your
this
boyfriend.
one. Oh.
Who's your main lover? And he'll fucking leave his wife and kids to be with you. Look.
There's so many of us. Oh.
I was so high on coke that morning.
I'm going to punch you. That's
was
so
falling
fucking amazing.
I was falling asleep from the night before. I drank 2 Red Bulls.
You look great, though.
Does it have a volume to it?
That's as high as it goes.
Now,
A
Rick,
mezzofinoke or full blown?
what do you mean?
Like a half a fag or a full flag?
We're full fags.
Full
How long we
fag.
gotta stay here?
Me and him are brothers.
Till you feel better, I guess. Let's go. Come on. Shut the fuck up. We just got here. Pray us something. I don't pray no more. What the fuck you mean you don't pray no more? I don't pray no more. That is the stupid. Don't pray no more. You want to go to hell or something? No, it's not like that. I just don't pray no more. I gave it up for Lent. You cannot give up praying for Lent. You are positively a moron now. You have to give up something you like eating. Holy fucking... Would you watch your fucking mouth?
I can't. You motherfucker.
I'm telling you.
Fucking Mary and Joseph.
For everyone watching now, there's like
There's
hot
Lee.
dude.
That's Lee.
With muscles.
in my dreams. Oh my
Shut
god.
the fuck up.
Definitely a 10. Dog, I'm telling you, I was in the gay film festival with this movie. I walked in there, fucking people were shaking my hand. And
Oh my
shit.
god, that fucking smile right there at the end. I want to beat you.
Oh my god.
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Oh yeah, look at this. It was a spoof and a half, dog. And it was me and this kid until today. I still talk to this kid. We still talk once every 3 months. Can you believe this shit? Go ahead, follow it.
Oh, you want to keep playing? Okay.
Yeah, there's
Oh
some
my
good shit
god,
in this.
that's amazing.
You can't fucking believe this. Dog, this had to be
You know, it's
14
weird.
years ago.
It's kind of, the opening is Soprano-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did
I mean,
this.
it's a little different. Obviously, it's the West Coast versus the...
Yeah, they did
West
this
Coast.
because
Yeah,
And Fox Search Lab was all over this. It was a mess.
Welcome
This
to
was
West
the
Hollywood.
first real short film I ever did
Sometimes I think you must have been dropped on your head when you was little.
that
How can you say
had.
Steven
So your
Sondheim?
brother's gay too?
We're both gay.
What are we doing here again?
He missed his last 3 payments.
How much this guy owes?
7,500 times 3.
What the hell would I know?
You still talk to him.
Oh, and
Still
excuse
talk to
me.
him.
I believe it is Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Sir Andrew Lloyd
What's this
Webber.
guy's name?
I don't know. I do know that Sondheim writes music that I can actually listen to, as opposed to most composers. I think the louder the noise the instruments make, the better the song.
This got me. Analyze that.
Ring.
It's amazing. Yeah, see,
This
but
is the tape
the
I sent.
acting is fine. It's
This
just
is the tape I sent for
Yeah.
Analyze That. She told me
Louder
to
the noise?
send
What
her
the fuck are you talking about?
another tape when I got a thing, and I sent
I-
it to her. And I sent this to The Sopranos too. She told me to send her anything I did
yeah.
that would help my
You
cause.
ever even seen Cats?
Yes. Twice.
With you.
With you. Got anything on my teeth?
No, you're good, you're good. Besides, the composer does not control the volume of the instruments. Do not. The conductor does.
Oh,
Ring it again.
thank
You
you.
know what I think?
I hope not.
I think you've been influenced by the commercial success of Mr. Weber's productions, as opposed to maybe forming your own opinion.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I swear you were straight.
I can't.
Hello, Mrs.
Bambini.
I thought you didn't know his name.
I don't know his first name.
Mrs. Bambini, is your son home?
What?
Ask her about Sondheim.
Who?
Exactly. Your son, is he home?
Which one?
There's more than one.
There are 6.
It's my
No,
mother.
make that 7. I always forget about Paulie.
Can't remember what this guy's name is. Jesus
He's the
Christ.
youngest.
I know it's like a circus name. I don't know if it's
then
Barnum,
the
I don't know
oldest
if it's
is
Bailey.
Marty.
It's not Monkey Boy.
He don't live here no
It's
more.
got 2 words, so I can't remember
Lives
what
in
the fuck it is.
Queens. There's
Jesus Christ,
Anthony.
what happens? I can't think of
I'm
this
not too proud of him. They really wanted a girl.
loves
It was
her.
going to
Can you
be
please shut it up,
Pauline
please? Fucking
or
killing me. I don't know
Paulette.
what the hell I'm gonna do here.
I hope he doesn't
Tony, don't just stand there.
turn
Tell him
into
to
a
shut the
girl.
fuck up.
Any of them? Are any of your children home?
Come in. I'll make some tea.
She's great.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Mrs.
We shot
Thank you,
this.
Miss Bambini.
We shot 2 days of 16-hour days.
Sometime.
Hanging upstairs.
And I snorted coke Friday and Saturday.
Sir Andrew, the fucking longest running show in Broadway history, Lloyd Webber.
You know what? You see, you let commercial success interfere with your judgment of art. I fucking
Of course I'm letting interfere with. What do you want me to let interfere with? Flops? Knock. What's this guy's name again? I'm not your mother. Now open the fucking door.
this fucking guy.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a minute. I'll be right there, okay?
I still bump into this guy twice a year, maybe
The
once
guy
a year.
who's behind the door.
Yeah,
Make it
yeah.
open.
I'm like invested in this now. I'm like in it. Like this is amazing.
Whoa. What have we here, Joey?
Looks like an asshole sticking out a window.
Hey, butt wipe. Hey, Tony. Funny seeing you here.
I ain't fucking laughing.
Oh my
How do you get stuck in the window?
I have no fucking
Suppose the
idea.
reason you haven't gotten back to us, you've been stuck in this window for 3 months.
Shit.
No, this is more of a recent development.
Shut up.
Turn this shit off. Lee.
Okay.
I'm dying right now. That's so.
This is the
great.
shit you gotta do over the years to get big parts. But
No, you're right.
So,
I would,
like-
I would kill for this.
And that's what, like, when you watched this, when you got this, were you, like, thrilled out of your mind?
Yeah, you must have been like, oh, this is gonna put me over the moon.
no, I don't remember. It was a short film. And at that point, I had done a bunch of them that got nowhere.
Oh, so you were already kind of.
But this was the only one that had big people behind it. Like
Right.
Fox was on the fucking set. You know, there were agents on the fucking set. There were producers on the set because they were still in the middle of pitching it to another network. They didn't know
Yeah.
they were going to do this short film to get interest and then take it from there. It got minimal interest
Wow.
and it went away.
I was doing like student films.
Me too. That's what
I
you have to
got-
do in the beginning. You have to do 20 of those fucking
They were
things.
brutal. They were awful. But no one was ever behind it. Never fought. Nothing exciting.
The problem is that this is when it really
Started
sucks.
wrestling. I mean,
That's right. You wrestled for a while. You with MMA girls, the fucking.
yeah, I'll fucking fight somebody right now.
But it was weird because you attack it from different angles, and you don't see it at the time when nothing comes of it.
Yeah.
But it all added to your experience.
Right, because yeah, it wasn't happening, the acting for me. So I was freaking out. I kept getting engaged too. I think it was my second. But with Dice, when I was engaged to him, we were at least filming a reality show. So it felt like I was doing something. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't like a stellar acting job. I mean, I'm a crazily trained actress that never got any fucking work. Because I think I was like too big into I was Jeff Goldblum's student at Playhouse West. I studied under Robert Carnegie. I studied at a Meisner. I went for 2 years. Me, Freddie Soto, Corey Como. Like we all went. Bob Oshak.
What place did you guys go to? It was 2 years.
Sherry Shepard.
Yeah, you couldn't audition for 2 years. You weren't allowed
Meisner. It was in Santa Monica. It was the fuck is D.W. Brown and Joanne Barron.
Are they still there?
Yeah.
Wow.
We didn't listen to them with the audition, and Sherry Shepard got a movie. She didn't graduate until later. She was in Freddie's class. Then Freddie got a pilot. He left. So he didn't graduate until later with me and Corey. But we were still auditioning. We didn't give a shit. We didn't listen to them. They tried to tell you that, but we were like, nah, bitch, if we get something,
Fuck
we're
you,
going.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, even Oshak, Oshak had the best. I don't
He
know
had
if
the
you
best
remember
dance.
Bob
He was
Oshak.
oh please, great
Well,
kid.
he writes for Bill
great
Marno.
writer, great
But
everything.
They used to want you to cry, right? Like to reach your emotional. So I could cry on cue, because I thought I was gonna be Meryl Streep. I was doing plays and shit. Nobody was watching, but Oshak couldn't get to that emotional level, so he would go out in the hallway and pluck his nuts and try to get tears to come to his eyes. So I'd walk to the bathroom and I'd see Oshak playing with his dick. I was like, what are you doing? But yeah, that's how he would cry. That's how he graduated.
No, I know
Bruised
that.
nuts.
All those movies, those stupid little films I did, I got better every time I did one.
Yeah, that's the only way to
And
do
what
it.
happens is, I sit here sometimes and I go, I remember I did a student film after I had already been in big fucking films. And that's when you notice how much they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But in today's television world, I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna be strictly honest with you. There's certain TV that 3 or 4 people in the set know what they're doing. They're paying
I
so
agree.
bad today. The pay is so bad on these movies that the people don't know what they're doing. In the last 10 years, you know how many films I did that I had to go back and redo the fucking voice completely because the tape was lost. In all those dog movies I did with Dean Cain, 4 of those movies, the sound, they had to go back because why? They cut dollars in the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
You get some fucking plumber to go in there and tape your fucking movie, and then at the end it don't sound right. Now you got to spend all that money again and then some. See, they try to cut corners.
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay
fucking
for.
Cutting corners.
And it's
shit. Drives me
lease.
nuts.
It's day one. Did I not pay you?
Absolutely.
I'll tell you why I did that. Because,
make sure.
Because so many people were not paying. Not even a dime. Like
Some people still don't pay.
Dog, I worked in films where people have worked 30 days straight, and I got.
That's right.
And I've been there from 6 to 6. They got an hour before me and 2 after me for free. They got experience. Come on, dog. You got to give me something.
Yeah.
You got to give me a 50.
At that point,
pay
it's
for gas.
abusive.
Yeah, it's abuse, but people will do it out here.
I think
I
hearing you
probably
talk
would
about
do
that.
it 'cause I'm an idiot.
Yeah, well, hearing you talk about that IKEA guy, the guy who directs all those videos, not the IKEA guy. Like the more I've been out here, the more I think that's the way to go. Like industrial, commercials, like stuff that you don't really
mean just
need
to maintain.
Well, no, I'm talking about like I think what happens in especially I've only had production experience, but these people come out here and they actually want to be filmmakers and
Sure,
they're
they
artists
have a big dream.
and you
Yeah.
guys are artists. You guys have done thousands of free sets, but it's because
a million.
because
I'm
it's
doing 2
because you
tonight.
love it and they get you that way because you're gonna do it regardless. I'll still work on the movie. It's good. Whatever it's called. It's you.
But Lee, it's a complete different story. When I lived in Seattle, there was a woman who did not like me.
Right.
And she booked independent one-nighters.
Okay.
Like comedy shows?
Yeah,
Okay.
one-nighters. She had 30 of them.
Okay.
But she got mad at me over a situation and she wouldn't book me. You know what I would do?
What?
I would get a paid gig. But before my paid gig, I see what time it is. Oh, it's a 10 o'clock show. I call her. I knew which one of her gigs started at 8. And I'd call her at the house and I go, how you doing? And I could tell that when she'd answer the phone, she'd go, fuck.
Damn.
Because there was no caller ID then.
Yeah.
So she would look at the phone and go, fuck. Yeah, what can I do for you, Joey? And I go, can I go to the Marine Bar tonight and do a guest spot? She couldn't say no to me. It was a free spot. You know, she once told somebody, Joey Diaz is an asshole. He does 3 guest sets for free. And I'm like, bitch, I'm in L.A.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm in L.A. is because I did those 3 sets for
Yeah.
free. And it made me stronger. But remember, Lee, you know me, I'm lazy. This was a 20 minutes there. It was a 15-minute spots and 20 minutes home. That's an hour out of your day. I'll do that for anybody. I'll do that for anybody. If you're legit with me and you go, Joey, I'm going to shoot you a scene after lunch. You're a professional, Joey. Just show up at 8 o'clock. Let's shoot you. The way Greg Garcia did. There's 2 episodes of fucking My Name is Earl. Greg called me at 4 and said, where you at? I'm in the valley. Can you get up to Calabasas by 5:30? There's a scene I want to put you in. There was no, when I got there, they gave me a wardrobe. They touched me up. There was no rehearsal. They were waiting for me.
Yeah.
There's that scene with me and Michael Rappaport. Didn't you just watch it?
Yeah.
We
That's
shot that
funny.
4 o'clock. Come on up. I got a scene for you. What are you doing? You
Like
busy?
there was no audition. He just
No.
knew you.
He had
Amazing.
already given me.
That's great.
He had already. He put
That's
me in.
trust,
He
though.
put me in like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a bunch.
The first 2, these were scripted.
Yeah.
The next 3 were. What else can I put in there? Call Joe Diaz.
I think you beat someone up once or threw.
Yeah, I hit him with a brick. Oh my God, he had me do 1,000 things.
That's great. But see,
And
that's
that's-
amazing. That's a great person to
Well,
know.
that's when you're in your best.
Yeah.
See, I don't believe in beating up anybody. I really don't. Lisa, I need you at 4. Lee gets here at 4. We're gonna start at 8. I got 4.
That's brutal.
I wouldn't do
Yeah,
that to
yeah,
anybody because it's been done to me.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
it gets done to you, you have no fucking idea how you feel.
Yeah.
Because while you're sitting there, you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, but I could have been doing something else.
Yeah.
Useful. I could have helped my mother. I could have mowed the
yeah.
lawn. I could have gone shopping. I
Right.
could have picked up the baby. There's something I could have done, and now you have me here. Like somebody was telling me they worked with a headliner a couple months ago, and the gig was at 8, and the guy wanted to be there at 1.
What?
And it was like an hour away somewhere. And he told the guy, I can't do it. And the guy's like, well, then you can't go. Because you got to drive me at 1. He goes, what are we going to do? So he finally agreed. He went up there with the guy. They got up there, and the guy's like, well, I got 1 hotel room only. He goes, so what are we going to do? Sit in 1 hotel room and look at each other? There's people who do that to people.
Oh, that's brutal.
There's people that do that to people.
Whoever that is should be executed.
I don't ever want to be fucking...
Sorry.
When I call you up and go, Lee, listen, bro, I'm in a situation. My fucking camera guy didn't show up. Can't show up tomorrow. Do me a favor, man. Lee, I can't give you the rate.
Right.
I can't give you your rate. I'll give you $1.50. I'll give you half a fucking ounce of weed. And you're my boy. How much work have I given you over the years? That's one thing, Lee.
Right.
But for me to call you and go, hey, man, I need you for 3 weeks, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10, to work like a slave.
Right.
Plus, on my end, there's no break. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
Yeah.
people trying to get away with breaks and SAG breaks. You don't know how many times movies I've worked on. I've expected something, and the next thing you know, I've gotten like $1,000 more because they never took a break.
Yeah.
And that's $45 a break or something.
Oh yeah, they freak out.
Hey, that's
you
a
know?
fine. You get fined.
What do you get? Do you get like a 15-minute break every hour or something?
Meal
No.
penalties.
Meal penalties.
Yeah,
Meal
they freak
penalties.
out, yeah.
That's what they called.
Oh, okay.
So you got to eat 6 hours after you get there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's your first dinner break. If you're deep in a fucking scene,
Yeah, I've been
you
on
ain't
sets
breaking. Yeah.
where they're like, "Fuck the meal
fuck
penalty.
the
Let 'em-
meal penalties.
We'll pay it." and they just keep
Spider-Man
going.
2, they fucking meal pound. I would get.
I auditioned for that because they used wrestlers that were in WoW, they came to watch us wrestle. So there was like 4 girls they used.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I can't remember who they used.
They had meal penalties when I did Dickie.
He does a
Dickie
cage
Roberts.
match. Yeah. Oh, Dickie
I got
Roberts.
I don't know how many thousands in meal penalties.
And all
They didn't give a fuck. But
Like, I
meanwhile,
didn't even notice.
meanwhile, they got boxes of food.
Right.
So who gives a fuck? If you
Yeah.
go to me, Joey, you're done with this scene for now. You got 20 minutes to your next scene. Shit, I can put away a bagel, lox, cream cheese, fucking gefilte fish, a milkshake. I could put away stew, some cookies, a piece of cake,
You're making me
and get
hungry.
back to the fucking
Stew.
set with a chocolate chip stuck in my fucking tooth. I'll go on those sets and I will fuck you up. I don't need your fucking. What movie? Spider-Man 2. They did not take meal penalties. They did not break for lunch. So they gave you an extra $35 a day on your check.
Wow.
But they would still break for an hour lunch.
Yeah.
And you were supposed to eat somewhere at Sony. But what they would do is they still had food out.
Yeah.
Like if I talk about all this shit, like when I worked on Boilermaker, that was probably my first $100 a day movie.
Wow.
Well, that is horrible. For people
Yeah.
who come into LA, you're listening to me going, Joey, when did you do Boilermaker? I did it in 2007. It was the movie I stopped doing coke for because they fucking called me out before I booked it and said, we know you're fucked up. Think about it. Tell us. But don't leave us there with our dick in our hand at 8 in the
Yeah.
morning, you know.
A
Please.
liability. Yeah.
So we really want you for this, but if there's gonna be a problem, let's just move on. I was so embarrassed that I took the fucking role, but that role was bottom dollar, $100 a day movie.
Yeah.
For 2 or 3 years, that's all I did.
Is that even a day play, or what is that considered?
That's
$100.
all right.
That's like a
So
glorified extra.
Okay, so what you have in SAG is scale.
Yeah.
Okay, so scale is, let's say it's $6.95 a day. Okay,
Okay.
and then you have the next one down. That's
Low budget.
something low budget, and that's $4.69 a day.
Okay.
And then they have a movie that you get $2.49 a day, and then there's $100 a day, and now there's ultra low budget.
No.
The last couple of years, and that's 50 babings a day.
What's that other word?
So for all you people that are in college and you're taking a major and you're going, Joey, what? Listen, there it is. It's scale. It's $4.59, $2.49, $150, $100, and then there's a $50 movie they have now. I got just recently hit up about 6 months ago, 3 days.
Would you do it?
Not in a million
Hell
fucking years.
no.
They wanted me to be missing an arm. Like I was a host with a missing arm at a fucking, what do you call those things where old women go and play bingo? Like at a church.
Retirement home?
Yeah,
or-
but I was like a
okay.
dirty. It was a fun, and you know what kills me
It's
about
like
those?
Cocoon with Diaz.
It was fucking hilarious. It's all these women.
Would it have a
It's a
back end
priest.
on it or no?
No. It's $50 flat,
50,
bro.
that's it.
And they put you. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at me. You're going, Joe, you wouldn't work for $50. Fuck. No, there's principle, and I'll tell you why. There's principle, guys.
No, you're right.
Because when I got here, everybody paid you $650 plus 10. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a couple of things I got $1,000 a day for. There's a couple co-stars I got $950. I got as high for a co-star as maybe
gotten
17.50.
15, yeah.
12,
I remember
17.50. And then something, and I never booked a guest star. When guest stars were paying $15,000,
Oh, yeah.
you know how many of those I booked? None. Then they became one-day guest stars, and
Right.
it's those are the ones you want because they have to pay you for 2 days, so they give you at least $1,200.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, after 2004, in 2002, I shot my first 469. The movie I did with Rodney, Back by Midnight,
Okay.
with Basil as
Basil
the
was the
director,
director?
that was $4.59 a day.
Okay.
Okay, the one I did for $2.59 was there's a scene in Seven where Brad Pitt walks up to the crime scene and some guy gives him a cup of coffee.
That's you.
That guy, no, that's not me. That guy did a movie with his brother, and he put me in it, and that was $2.49 a day.
Okay.
That was like in And then all the Christmas movies I did with Dean Cain for fucking ABC Family,
Oh, okay.
they were all $100 a day.
Wow.
So I did 5 of them. The first one was
That's
100
brutal.
a day.
Because if people see you on TV, they think you're rich.
Yeah, they think you're rich.
And you're like, no, motherfucker, we made $100
No,
a day.
no. And now listen, let's pretend. Let me tell you something right now. So you make $650 a day.
Stop robbing day players.
$695 a day. Okay. Let me put it to this way: 10% of that goes to your agent, and 10% of that goes to your manager. So you're down 120 already. So from 690 you went to what? 570. Now you got taxes and California taxes.
Oh,
So you got to take 28% on that. 30 on that. So there goes another fucking 3 times. That's 180. So already I got you for fucking 180, 120. That's 300. So look what you're going to walk with. You're walking with $300 to be on television per day. If you get the whole week, you walk with $1,500. Do you work the whole day? You work like a fucking slave. You get there at 7:30 in the morning and you work till 10 o'clock at night. Yes, they give you overtime, but you're on your feet. You're fucking getting yelled at. You're rehearsing your lines. They switch the script on you. You stayed up all night reading, preparing to read a fucking thing, and you get to the next day and they switch the whole thing on you, and you're the first scene up, bitch. And guess what? You're hungover and you did 2 grams of blow the night before. Your memory is kaput.
Yeah.
And here you got, no, it's fucking,
You're
it's
looking at the
scary.
lines and they're just blurry. If you do the $50 a day, you actually
I
owe
never
them.
did a 50. The $100 a day ones, I did 10 of.
Okay.
Because I enjoy.
Well, how'd you make any money? You didn't pay your
Okay,
agents.
so I paid my agents the $10 a day.
Oh, fuck.
You pay them the $10 a day. The only movies, $100 a day movies I made any money on were the
worked for
Santa ones.
Oh, okay.
The Dog Saved Christmas, the Dog Saved, because after the first one, they gave me a back end. They gave me when the movie was done.
Yeah.
They handed me a check for cash. Nobody knew about.
Okay.
Then the second one, they did the same. I upped it. The third one, the fourth one, and so on. They upped it every movie from $500 to $1,000. They were very good to me in that sense. They're
very
slave
nice.
drivers.
Very
they had
nice.
shitty food. The director was
I'm
a
surprised
Christian.
they had food.
He came to me one day and said not to curse on the set. I told him to suck my dick. He never bothered me again. Yeah, I farted one time on the set and he asked me not to do it no more. What, are you fucking kidding me?
What?
You got all this great food here. I'm eating cream cheese with bagels.
You're gonna
with
shit
fucking,
your pants
with a fucking
at one
everything
point.
bagel. You're gonna fart eventually somewhere. If you watch
How
the
great
last,
is an everything bagel?
if you watch the last 2 minutes of that first Dean Cain movie I did,
I
at
gotta
the
look
end,
these up. I don't know
when
what
it
they
ends,
are. I never watched
when
them.
the movie ends, they have a bloop reel, like a, whatever you thought, all the mistakes.
Yeah, a blooper.
And
Oh,
there's
a
a
blooper.
scene
Yeah,
of me
bloop-
landing on Dean Cain, and they go cut, and all of a sudden I go, hold on. Prrrah, you hear a fart come on, and Dean's on the bottom trying to push me off. That's real as fucking disco. I was on top of him. My stomach went in, and I fucking unleashed the fart of death on that fucking dude. And that's when we became friends. That's how you become friends
Of
with people.
course,
fart
you
on.
have to. That's what you
He don't want to
fart
come on the podcast, but we're still friends. You understand?
Why is he afraid to come on the podcast?
He
Afraid
told me he
you
has
might
no
fart.
fucking stories.
Who has no stories? How does their life go?
He has a pretty interesting story, that guy.
I bet he does. He just is afraid to tell it. Like maybe he's.
You know, he went
I
to
don't
one
know.
of those. He went to one of those big time schools.
I don't even know who he is.
Dean
Technically,
Cain,
yeah.
Superman.
He was Superman.
He was Superman.
Yeah. Again, I don't know who that
He
is.
went to what school did he go to, Lee? He went to a big time school.
I
He
never
dated
watched
that
Superman.
chick for a while. He got drafted by the Buffalo Bills. He got put on the.
Oh wait.
four-man
Now
ro-
you're
ro-
Buffalo.
roster.
Okay.
Played 4 games.
Ah.
But if you
that could
talk
be.
to him, you think he played 18 Super Bowls and he knows Michael Irvin. But he's still a great guy. And
But like, when did he play? Back with OJ? How
Oh
old
shit,
is
he went to Princeton.
yeah, no, he's the
let me
real
see
deal.
what he looks like.
Who did he date in Princeton? Come on, at least Jesus Christ, you can't be that fucking momoed up.
Oh, Superman, the TV
The
show.
TV show.
I'm sorry. I thought
Put
you
a scene on.
meant-
Put a scene on for
I thought you meant the movie. I'm like,
Put a
ah.
scene on for the dog that saved
He
Christmas.
dated
thinking-
Brooke Shields.
He did it Brooke Shields,
Wow. I was thinking Tobey Maguire. Is
No.
that Spider-Man or Superman? I don't
That's
know.
Spider-Man.
That's Spider-Man.
I don't pay any attention to that shit. I live in the real world, not fantasy.
Yeah, so no. He and these were interesting. I auditioned for this. I had to go to an
Yeah.
audition. I had to go to a callback. They made me sit there. I came home the first day and I'm like, fuck, that was tough because they made me go to the audition at 10, somewhere around here, and the callback was at 12. And when I got there was maybe, no, I want you to put on, not Dean Kane's Superman, put on the dog that saved something, Joey Diaz.
The
dog that saved
Christmas?
Yeah, saved Christmas. And then put Joey Diaz. See what happens. Put on the second one.
Look at that face.
Your buddy's in these too. Your fucking buddy's in these.
Oh, this should be good.
Gary Valentine.
Oh, I love Gary Valentine. God, he was funny.
It's another Bannister family Christmas.
We're gonna have
There
so
he
much
is.
fun here. They have Kidtopia,
Oh my God, what a shot.
skiing, and tubing.
No, I got sick up in the mountains.
Zeus is
I got
along for the
altitude
ride.
sickness.
Oh, I bet the toilet bowls in this place are filled with fresh, cold mountain spring water.
But these two guys
What are we gonna do now?
have their sights set on ruining this family vacation.
Wait about 5 more minutes.
Hey, they stole my necklace!
Walk in that store, we buy a $250,000 necklace for $5. Hey, Zeus, look at this.
Honey, that looks very expensive.
$5, they're all the same. What are the Bannisters doing here?
What are we gonna do now?
We would like to rent the honeymoon suite. We're finally gonna be able to get revenge on that mangy mutt that made us spend last Christmas behind bars.
This year,
Hey, kids, give your Uncle Randy some love.
Hey, Zachy.
Apollo, right?
It's Zeus.
Look at his face.
See, they cut back on the dog.
Oh, getting a headache.
Like the dog voice was always terrible.
Christmas
Yeah.
has
So
gone to
these
the
guys
dogs.
made money.
Good afternoon,
They
mon
cut
chéri.
places where you could
Please.
tell.
You are
Yeah.
so not my type.
I bought you a present.
I love it.
What are they doing with our necklace?
How are we gonna get it?
I got a plan.
You said you had a plan last time. I ended up in a slammer for a year.
Stewie, I got a plan.
Zeus, help me!
Have no fear, my love. Zeus is coming to the rescue.
This is brutal.
Chill pill, guys.
I did all my own stunts. You
For
know,
$100.
Valentine,
$100 a
That's
day.
bad, eh?
Paris Hilton,
Look,
as
and
the
they didn't give me
voice of
no
Bella,
fucking love
Children,
ever.
I just got my hair done.
100
and
a
Mario
day.
Lopez as the voice of Zeus.
Time to save Christmas vacation.
And how bad is he?
what I call a fox.
Did you drink out of a lead bowl when you were a puppy?
Stars presents
It's that dog.
the doggone sequel to the Canine Family event.
How many dogs do I have to deal with today?
Up here.
That dog!
The dog who saved Christmas.
Where did this
Vacation.
air?
Cowabunga!
Family.
Oh, ABC Family or
Yeah.
Disney? Oh, that is amazing.
All of these. I think 4
I mean, you
out
got
of the
great
6.
tapes out of this, though. Like,
Yeah.
in my head, I'm like, I was in Dice twice and got cut out both times.
That's cold-blooded.
Cold fucking blooded. I don't know what. It's Scott Armstrong. He's terrific, right? The showrunner. However, he's used to doing movies. So the 2 episodes I was in were the ones he directed. And he loves my stuff. Like, like the first year when they cut me, he's like, I'm so sorry. But the thing is he writes, it's supposed to be a half hour. He'll write it
Right,
like it's a
he'll write
fucking
it out.
movie. And then we have all this great stuff. And then he's got to cut it. Like, I watched the episode I got cut out. I was playing Milkshake's sister at a bar mitzvah. And the thing went so fast, I'm like, I don't even know where they would have put my scene. Like, because it's a half hour. It would have been I don't know, an 80-minute show at that point. Like, with all the other scenes. Because I also did some punch-up writing for it. So some of that stayed in there. Natasha got me that job, actually. Natasha Leggero, she was like, can you get Eleanor to punch this up? Because it's got to be a little funnier. It's got to move faster, which is very compliment, very nice. So I did get that work, but I got cut out of my bar mitzvah scene.
Again, it's all experience.
I mean, I got paid,
Now
but
you know how to not get cut out next time. You got to fucking make it happen. You
I
got to
don't-
rock the mic. You got to rock the mic.
but it was so funny, the scene between me and Andrew. It was just too many. Like, there was also a lot of funny scenes with Andrew and this rabbi. It was a kind of a This Is Your Life or Wonderful Life. Remember that show, Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah.
So that's what they did to Andrew. And this rabbi is like yelling at him at a bar mitzvah, just saying like, what, if Andrew Dice Clay had never been born. And then it goes to him being like a regular schmo. He's in a nightmare. So I'm telling you, if you watch it, it's great. But even when we were filming it, I thought, how the hell, we filmed so much. How are they going to narrow this down to 30 minutes? Like, even last year, I got cut out for Adrian Brody because they filmed so many great scenes with Adrian Brody that Adrian was like, Scott Armstrong said, well, we're going to make it, it can only be a half hour. And Adrian was like, screw it, make it a double episode, make it an hour. And Scott's like, I can't do that. I only have a half hour. But then why shoot all this shit? But that's because that's just his mindset. It's just how he does. And he's terrific. Like, they did Old School. He did Hangover. He's a brilliant guy. It's not like, he don't know what the fuck he's doing. He puts all these great directors, too. Like, if he's not directing, he has Todd Bierman that does It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And Jay Karras, who directs a lot of specials. He did Bill Burr's, I think, last 2 or 3. And he's been directing a lot of comedy specials now, but he also does a ton of TV. So the show's really funny. I'm like, whatever. I got cut out.
Listen, man, I think I've been cut out of one thing.
I'm pissed.
But I should have been cut out of 15 things.
Shut up.
I never forget when I shot basketball. I was fresh out the store.
Okay.
I just got to the store. I just got to L.A. I got a fucking manager. I got a black agent. The agent was called a coloring book. They were on the Warner Brothers lot. And the fucking paper that you used for your resume had to be different colors. So it cost me $10 or $20 more a month just to be with them, because I had to put staple headshots on your resume.
And it had to be different colors.
I had to go to Ming fucking copy there. What's his name on Sunset across from the Guitar Center?
Oh my God!
The Chinese dude.
Yes,
They're out of
I
business.
used to go there.
Everybody's gone there. That's where you went to get Mr. Ming printing, his little Chinese dude.
When he went away, I went to the other guy on Sunset, the little across from now, whatever that. I don't even go there anymore. But
it's a different world now.
Yeah.
The printing world,
right across
headshot
from
world.
H&M now.
Yeah, it's fucking
like
gone.
H&M.
Remember J&J Beepers? Gone. Huge. They had the whole floor of that fucking mall. He was involved with that chick. He went to jail.
That's on La Brea. Yeah,
it's on La Brea.
Killer.
What happened to Mr. Ming?
Mr. Ming was on Sunset.
Did anyone check in on him?
Across from Mr. Ming. I drove by there the other day. It said Felice, and my heart stopped because I felt so bad.
But he hasn't been there for a while.
No, he's been there. He was there. No, he's Chinese. He's there 6 days a week.
I thought maybe he moved because I didn't see.
I guarantee you.
Well, I guess I haven't gone
after
in.
the resume business went out of business.
Yeah, because
and
now you can do it at
headshot
home.
business. No,
Yeah.
because now you fucking
You don't
have a
even need
printer
it.
at the
It's a
house,
computer.
and the headshots are done.
Yeah.
People go buy headshots. They're dirt cheap now. Dirt cheap. They'll give them to you just to keep the little fucking dude alive on La Brea and Hollywood behind Hoy's Walk.
Yeah.
I've been going there for fucking 20 years.
That's right.
Those are my people. Every time I go in there, they have every.
Because they do great retouches.
Yeah, they have
and all that
every
shit.
fucking headshot I ever did.
I did all mine there too, and I can't think of the fucking
nicest
name of it.
people in the
I
world.
could see their packaging
Next to a bagel place, so I would go in and get a bagel, get the headshot.
Yep.
Down the corner, they had a cigar shop, and the cigar shop is behind Wendy's, so you don't lose at that mall. Upstairs is a karate school. They got
fuck is the
everything
name
at
of
that
it?
mall.
Somebody yelled at me for going there. They're like, "It's too expensive," and I'm like, "It's the
It's
only
right
game
there.
in town."
It's right
And
there.
It's right there.
It's right fucking there. You don't have to drive
They were
around.
so
and shit.
good. They were good, except for one time they made me look like Rocky Raccoon because they were trying to fix my eyes. I'm like, dude, that's my eyes. I look like Marty Feldman. Just fucking leave them.
I never
all right?
fucking
I don't
did
care.
retouch photos.
Oh, but my
I never
agent
did
would
that
always
shit.
tell me.
They
"You
would
gotta
tell me
fix
all the
this.
time. They
You
would tell me
gotta-"
all the time. Take that pimple out of there. Leave it
Yeah.
there. That pimple's character, bitch. It shows
That's
I
why
lived
you
a
got
life.
work and I didn't because
Yeah,
I listened to
I
these
didn't listen.
fucking idiots.
I never, since day one, they would tell you, okay, hi, we're going to sign you, but this is what we need for you to do. You need to go on Castnet and put your picture. I tell them from the beginning, listen, we love your look. This is no disrespect, but you need a new headshot. And I go, listen, here it is. You get that headshot right there. Let's put it to work. And once we make a few bookings, I'll get new headshots. You think I'm kidding you? And they would look at me like, well, this for right now, for today, just to get the ball started. Let's send some new headshots. Let's just get that. I promise you. Let's get the first job. I get new headshots.
I'm like that now.
I never get new headshots. I signed with an agent that called me into her office and then she goes, listen, you usually book a plumber, construction, a mafia. She gave me 5.
You have a type.
chef.
Fuck it.
She goes, I want you to get a headshot for each one, and I want you to go to this photographer. I called the guy. He wanted $250 for each headshot package. I go, listen. I called them back. I said, listen, out of the 6, take your pick. I think we go with the mobster.
You wanted $250 per picture?
Oh, Lee, you have no idea. This is rip-off city. And that's cheap now. Now it's $800 now. Somebody told me they paid $800 for headshots recently.
What?
No, that's crazy. I did a shoot with the guy who shoots at the store. He was terrific.
Oh, Troy Conrad.
Troy Conrad. I couldn't for a second. I was going to call him
small deuce or something.
Dude, yeah, he's not. And you know what he does? He does a lot of like digital stuff for you. So like if you have a show coming up, that like he does like stuff you can use to put your dates next to your picture. Do you know what I mean? Like social media shit that you can use for all of it.
He takes great pictures.
He does.
He's great.
Excellent job.
He's really, really good at the store.
If you're ever at the store, go check out his.
And he's not that expensive. Yeah. Oh yeah. He does the hallway series.
Yeah, the hallway series is still up.
But even if you want regular headshots, he took regular headshots for me. Then he said, "Look, I'm going to give you some social media stuff. So like, if you have shows and stuff, New Year's, we even did
just
like
write your thing over it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We even did like I think I wore a hot gold dress. Like he was like, in case you're doing a show on New Year's Eve, or you just want to say I'm being classy, whatever. Like different kind of variations, but fun stuff for social media and regular headshots. And he was not that expensive. And he touched them up. And I think I did it last December. I called him 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, can you help me out? My commercial agent needs this. He goes, I'll send it in the next couple hours. And he did. He was right on it. He's great. It's one of my favorite people, Troy Conrad.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking
But yeah,
rip-offs
don't
here.
pay, man.
Listen, when you go to an agent, they give you a sheet of paper.
Yes, I got one from
And
my
they
commercial
go-
agent. I go, no,
and
I
they
already have
go-
headshots.
And they go, please use one of these people because they got a taste of that, Lee.
Fuck yeah,
course,
they
yeah.
do.
Okay, they want those people.
Assholes.
I'm
These are the
over
makeup
all of
people.
it.
No, I was over it from day one. I
I
never bought
wasn't,
into
though.
it. When I got here, I never figured, and I keep repeating it, Castnet. Okay, so the process is this. You give your fucking agent 200 headshots, and when a roll comes out for you, she takes that headshot with a cover letter, and she licks the envelope and sends it in.
Right.
That's what people do that are failures. Okay? If you want to be a failure as an agent, that's what you do. What this agent would do, this black lady, she used to say, listen, there's a role for you that we can't pass on. I'm going to call this motherfucker right now. I'm going to put a headshot right now to carry it over to him. But he goes for lunch at 1:30. I want you there at 2:30 when he gets there and give him another headshot. So he'll call you in. And it worked every time. And I believe in that. That's why I started doing that.
Stay on top of.
No, if you see something you want, go down there. Go down there. See, today it's not as liberal. Today after 9/11, they closed the studios down here.
Yeah.
In the old days, you know Larchmont?
Yeah.
Larchmont, that first 2 blocks, those are the big casting people in town. They call you over to Larchmont, you're going places. You got the place on across from the Grove.
Yeah.
There's a place.
I live right there.
All right, there's a place across the street from the Grove. If you're going down the street on La Cienega, right across this little building, nobody knows about it. That guy casts
I think you're right. I think I've read
everything.
in there. I think I
He
read.
cast everything. They offer you water.
Yeah.
They're white people. There's a couple of offices. They offer you white water. They offer you water, validation. Those are white people. Then you go to these savages, Gower.
Oh, yeah,
and
Gower.
fucking
Forget it.
Silico. Those people are savages.
Gower, you
They don't
pay
give.
your
They
cable
hope.
bill and
Yeah.
you can
They hope you get
audition.
They hope you get towed.
Yeah.
They got no
They
class.
fucking
but
hate you.
There's when you go to Paramount, they make you park all the way at the end.
Yeah, no drive on.
No,
for you.
no drive on.
Yeah.
They fucking torment you.
You get there, you're all sweaty.
These
and
places
shit's all
are high
stuck.
level. When you go into what's that Steven Spielberg movie he did about 4? No, he did about 8 years ago. I was dying to get it.
Listen,
it
I
was
tried
a
to
3D
get.
animation.
Yeah.
And I was playing like a half a gangster, and I went to the producer's session, and I looked down, and it's 3 guys: me, Steve Sharippa, and some other fucking dude, right? That I don't know. I look
Yeah.
at the guy's headshot. I go, it's between me and Steve Sharippa. I ain't getting this. I picked my head up. I said, I'm gonna get this. I went in there, read my fucking heart out for this. It was 60 days of shooting with a bodysuit on.
Whoa.
So they had to shoot you with the bodysuit on and with the suit off. Big money. Big money. It was some fucking stupid animated show that didn't work. Here's the beauty of it.
Oh, animation.
I cried
God.
like a pussy
Okay.
Rin Tin Tin.
Oh, there you go.
Rin Tin Tin, that little guts. It did dick. It made $3 and they gave you your money back
Yeah.
when you walked out. I cried like a little girl when I didn't get that movie. When they called me and said we went with another thing,
I get it.
I go, fucking Sharippa. And a week later I went on IMDb and it wasn't Sharippa.
I wonder who it was.
It was some kid you never saw before. I never saw this fucking kid before.
I mean,
I wasn't even that broken hearted. I go, what am I going to do?
it's brutal, and I'm glad. Like I'm learning now to not give a fuck.
No,
But
you
before, I was so nervous because when I started taking like just say acting classes, I was going to Temple University in Philadelphia. So I go to Temple. Everybody else came from money families. They had like, you know, their family was paying their tuition. I was hustling to get the money to pay to go to school, you know. So I'm sitting there in a fila suit reading Shakespeare, and they're just fucking laughing at me. So I always felt out of place.
Out of place.
So I would get nervous, like, oh, I have to look more like this, or they were like, oh, you have to take American Standard English because no one knows, your accent is so bad that no one can understand you. We can't have you do Shakespeare. We don't even know what you're saying, and he don't speak well, so you're really fucked. So then they put me in this American Standard English class. So I'm learning how to say things, but at the same time, I'm lifeguarding in South Philly at a public pool. So I'm using my language I'm learning. I'm like, get out of the water. And they're like, the fuck is wrong with you? It's water, jerk off. And I'm like, oh shit. So I was always like confused, like, shit, I'm trying to fit in. I'm not. So there was a long time there where I felt like I lost myself. Like I was just trying to do the right thing, like I guess be like everybody else instead of be who I am, which is definitely not like everybody else, much like you. Like, well, we're just a fucking outcast.
When I first got here,
we don't fit into everybody's mold.
I got here on a Monday. I got here on a Monday night. I went to the comedy store. I knew James Stevens III, and he talked fucking what's his name?
I love Paul Mooney.
To go on stage. No, James Stevens.
I know, but Mooney called him James Stevens III.
And I went up there because what's his name was hosting late night on Mondays.
Don Barris.
And he put me up there. Tuesday I went to the Laugh Factory, and Wednesday Doug Stanhope gets a call. I'm staying with him. He goes, "Hey, Judy Brown is casting some fucking TV. Oh, Jenny McCarthy's show."
Yeah, her name again.
Chaz Palminteri's doing it. And they need a limo driver for a scene. And I went down there, and everybody was like, "Joey, just be yourself." And I go, "Okay, so what am I do? Go in there, tie him up and rob him?" Like, I didn't have no fucking idea what the fuck people were talking about. Be yourself. I don't even know who the fuck I am. I'm embarrassed just to walk into this audition.
Same.
And I went in there, and they looked at me, Lee, like, "Oh, this kid's terrible." They were like, "Thank you for coming in." I'm like,
that's how I got.
No.
Every time
they throw you into weird situations here in the beginning, but that's how you learn anything in this life. You're not going to learn something. You know, I remember going into an audition where your fucking hand would shake at the Sopranos producer session, summer of '90, summer of 2000. I was here 3 years. I was auditioning because I had a great manager. I had Jeff Gatlin.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
I'll never forget going into the Sopranos and reading, but you had to hear this. Try listening to an audition when your hand is shaking like a fucking fan. That you know you're not going to get the role. They think you're going to choke.
Because at this point, it's already on.
But the thing was, I did good reads. I memorized everything.
I'm good at memorizing.
Front to back. For those type of auditions, I stay up for days. I write everything out. The pauses, exactly how I'm going to do it. I walk into the room. I practice the walk. I do the whole fucking thing. But that's all you heard throughout the whole audition is my hand shaking from my nerves.
Fuck.
That took years to get rid of. Like that took those, because I went from reading short films to reading Men in Black. I remember I shit my pants in the audition.
You get good auditions. I never got any of those. That's amazing.
Well, when I signed with Jeff Gatlin.
Yeah, he was great. I remember
I was going to Ivana Chubbuck for acting.
I went to her. I studied there.
And she was making women show their titties and their pussies and shit, which was always great. Thursday night late class, you had to show that pussy. And you had to let a guy like me get on top of you and make out with you.
Every class?
Very strange.
It was very strange, but that's why all those women, she had 2 women that won Academy Awards. Why? Because he made the women go out of themselves. Eleanor would never kiss me. But at that school, we had to do a scene where Eleanor would have to be nude, and I'd be nude with my leg over, and you have to just focus on not getting her hard on. Like, I did one love scene there, and I quit.
God. I don't think I'd be able to. I think I'd fail.
I couldn't handle it.
It was pretty brutal.
I didn't have a dick scene, but I was with her, and you have to focus on your dick not getting hard.
Yeah. My favorite was the meeting with her. I had
Havana.
I had a meeting with her.
You had to meet with her.
You had to meet with her, and I got recommended by William Morris. But at the time, it was my fiance, Billy, who was running the comedy department. So he goes, oh, go to Ivana Chuck. So I go meet with her. She goes, oh, William Morris, who are you with over there? I go, well, I'm not signed with William Morris. They just I have a friend there. They recommend it. Well, I don't understand how you would get in my presence if you're not with William Morris. Like, who sent you here? And I go, I'm fucking the head of the comedy division. Does that work for you? And she went, yeah, it does. Come on in. And we became best friends. Like, it was, because I was like, don't grill me, bitch. Somebody gave me your number. Like, I'm trying. But I got angry, and then she loved me from that moment on. And then I had a great time in her class.
I was there for about 6 months.
I think I was.
And I learned
there for
a
2
lot.
years.
I learned about acting, but I also learned who I was going up against. And it was so weird that I thought I was in uncharted territories. This is why, people, you have to go for what you believe in. Because when I was in those acting classes in the beginning, I walked in there and didn't say a fucking word. Okay, I didn't say a word. Now, the first time I walked into an acting class was when I got here. Let me tell you about the story about the first acting class I went into. You ever go on Sunset and Gardner?
Yeah.
You know what Toy is?
Yeah, Toy Time.
Okay, on the same side of Toy, if you make a right there, if you make a left on that Toy side, on Gardner, before you hit the burger place, Sunset Grill.
Oh, yeah, Sunset Grill.
If you go up 30 yards, there's a little school there.
Okay.
And the guy's name was Frank something. And he had a pretty good acting class. It was $100 a month, Monday nights, 7 to 10. He hated, because Mondays at that time when I got here was the hottest night in Hollywood. You had the Black Night at the Improv, and you had Latino Night at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
The store had the open mic, which you could still do a triple header, which I did. That's what I used to go for. Triple headers. If you got a 7-minute spot at the Improv and a 20-minute spot at the Laugh Factory, and then you closed it out with the store, shit.
Yeah.
You went home talking shit that night. So it was weird. I was with him I was very loyal to him. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I had 2 salads today.
I'm going to throw up. I'm just kidding. Why do you fan it on yourself? You're
Because
just like my
I'm
brother.
not fanning it on myself.
He's fanning it towards us, or towards me.
Leads.
Towards me specifically.
So,
what kind of salad?
I had a burger at Marie E.T., and they make you a garden salad with cucumbers.
All right.
Oh, nice light dressing.
Oh, yeah.
And then tonight,
I can smell the dressing.
And then tonight, my wife made a little chili and bass, and she made a little kale salad with egg. And
I'll let her know it smells good on the way out as well.
When I was eating that egg, I knew I was going to have a problem with the podcast tonight. When you put hard-boiled egg into anything, your asshole's on fire. So I'm in there about...
Just gonna sit through it, Lee?
I'm just not breathing through my nose.
Oh, okay.
When I went in there the first time, I didn't say shit. I can't lie to you people.
This is the little place on Gardner.
This little place on Gardner. I was probably here 6 months. I was awkward. I was very scared. I was intimidated. And I went into this acting class, and God bless him. He let me watch the first week. Then the second week, I was supposed to go up, but the class didn't have enough time. And then I was going to go up second to third week. And dog, that was one of the hardest things I ever did, was go up, and I knew nothing about that shit. I thought I was going to go in there and they were going to teach me how to fucking act. I didn't know you had to do scenes. I knew nothing about scenes. God. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing. And he taught me, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden he goes, listen, I'm going to put you up every Monday at 8:45 so you can get out of here and do comedy. So 4 weeks in a row, he did that.
Amazing.
In one scene, a girl goes, he goes, anybody have recommendations for a scene for Joey Diaz? This is a true story, Eleanor. And some guy goes, why don't you give him Ford Fairlane? He kind of reminds me of Dice. And
Amazing.
he goes, halt, stop the class. He goes, I want you to do me a favor, people. I don't care what you do in this class, as long as you don't drink or get high and come to my class. But I have a third rule. Never mention Andrew Dice Clay in this class ever again.
Why?
So about 2 weeks later, I start getting auditions. Big auditions.
Mm-hmm.
And I call him one day for a private. And then I call him again. They were like $40 in those days, $25, $30. And then the second private, you know, we were talking about New York and pizza and where he was from and blah, blah, blah. And he told me he was from Brooklyn. And I go, let me get in there right now. And they go, so that's how you know Dice from Brooklyn, the old days? And he goes, I thought I told you people not to mention Dice. I go, listen, man, I'm just curious. I see him at the store, and I want to know the animal I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker twisted a chair and sat down. And he's like, let me tell you a little story.
Oh, my God.
I knew Andrew before this, and met, I know his wife, Dee, whatever her fucking name was.
He had two. There was
the first one.
The
one
very
the
first
kids
one.
With,
Oh, no, she's two. She's number two.
What's her name?
Trini.
Trini and the whole thing. And
saying her
blah, blah,
name.
blah, 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 blah. And then he's talking all this shit, and he goes, and Andrew at the end bailed on me. And he went with two other writers after we worked hard and stuff like that.
Oh.
He goes, the beauty of it is he never called me. Frank Perna, his wife died. Him and his wife taught the class. They were very nice people. And his wife died like a year after I quit. He was kind of mad at me for quitting. I just told him the truth. I go, Monday's a hot night, bro. And Ivana Chellenbeck had Tuesday mornings at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I would go from 10 to 11:30, 1 o'clock. You know, then after a while, I would go 10 in the morning and stay till 1. I would do the whole fucking thing. And then they tried to promote me to Thursday nights, and I went and ordered it one time, and I'm like, listen, let's be honest. I could sit there with all those pretty fucking motherfuckers and try to do scenes naked and shit with all these hot chicks, or I can make money. Because Thursday nights in L.A. is a hot night. It's at least a $50 bill somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere in L.A., if you're a hustling comic, there's a $30 or $50 bill waiting for you somewhere. Never mind the store or the Laugh Factory or the Improv. That fart was tremendous, wasn't it? It really stayed in the air.
It did.
That egg will fuck you up.
That egg is just drifting.
Lee, where's the fucking Tony Bennett?
I think he might have smelled that fart.
It's funny to watch all those fucking shorts and shit that we watched.
It's amazing,
just to
though.
think.
What a history you have.
I always wanted to be covered. I saw, at that time, even then, I saw a lot of comics that were tremendous comedians. But you got to assume, at that time I knew, no, I'm lying to you people. I'm really lying to you people. I knew how the game worked, but I really didn't. But I always knew one thing, that at one point you didn't want to travel no more as much.
Oh,
and you always wanted to have television to fall back on. And that
or
was
something that keeps you
in town.
In a spot.
In town. Yeah. It's really nice. Like I've told people 1,000 times.
Especially you have a kid and a
it's
wife.
Really nice to drive CBS Radford 5 days a week.
Yeah.
4 days a week.
Yeah.
Go for wardrobe. They got great catering. It's in the valley. You know, I bumped into 1,000 people there from Al Madrigal to fucking people shooting next to you. Or you could keep carrying your luggage to wherever every weekend.
Put your T-shirts with them.
I always thought that the resume, and the guy who inspired me the most to get my acting chops up was Andrew. I had an interesting conversation with him behind the thing when he was working Rascals. He was telling me a story that he got a call from Michael Mann to audition.
To do Crime Story.
And he went down there. And this is the fucking pilot. I mean, Andrew shot the fucking pilot, Jack. He said he went down there like in March. And he read and he knocked it out of the park. And he goes, I booked the role because in between takes, I kept going. That's what the director's really looking at. So I always remembered that when I went to an audition. He goes, that's what he's really looking at, is what you're doing in between takes. When the casting people are giving you direction, they want to see how you react to the direction. That's part of the audition tape. So I'll never forget that. So when he said that he got that TV show because he did everything backwards.
He does everything backwards.
He did everything backwards because he didn't want to be like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, why be like, he goes, you ever go to an audition, everybody's doing the same thing outside. Read it backwards. That's why when I go to an audition, I go early and I listen to the first 3 guys before me. If they all sound the same, I switch. I got an audible I'm calling. Right in the fucking room. I call an audible and they're like, oh shit, this motherfucker got it. Even if we take him to the producers, he may not get it. But just the ability that he had to change it up.
To show something different, to stand out. Because that's important, to stand out.
You know, we're talking about Alan Stevens. When I read for Alan Stevens, it had to be 2003. By that time, I was starting to get good at auditions, but I was bad at one audition. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The one-liner.
Oh, like if there was one line.
Oh, my fucking God. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking about acting, there's a thing called a one-liner in a TV movie.
Under 5.
There was under 5. No.
Oh, that's even worse.
There's under 5, and then there's when you have a TV show and you have one line. Whose phone is that ringing?
Right.
You know, that type of shit.
Yeah.
Those are the worst. Those are the worst auditions in the world. When you have to go into a room in front of 3 people and go, whose phone is that? I was going into these auditions one after the other. I would go for 4 auditions in 1 week, and every week for a year and a half, I had a fucking one-liner. Oh, who sent you? All those things, like one line in a mobster movie. You know, I mean, fucking, it was endless. There was a parade of one-liners, and I didn't know what to do. And one day on my way to Arliss, I was going to read for Lisa Dowd or something. This is how good my memory is. On the way there, as I was walking, I go, oh, shit. What the fuck is wrong with me? How stupid am I? Turn the one line into 3.
Oh.
Because you go in, let's say it's on the sheet of paper, it says, Mom, what's for dinner?
There you go. Okay,
that's the line on the sheet of paper. You're actually going to go in there and you're actually going to go in there. You're going to fucking, what's that when you tell your name?
Yeah.
There's a mark or whatever. You slate. Hi, my name is Joey Diaz. I'm reading for fucking Andrew Dice Clay. Okay, you ready? Mom, what's for dinner? Oh, my God, that was great. That was great. Do you want me to do it again? No, that was great. Thank you. Are you available on the 15th? Yeah. They do that just to bust your balls. You weren't great. Any fucking moron could have gone into that room and said that. The thing is...
Yo, Ma.
Action.
What do we got? Action.
Ma, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
You just took 10 seconds.
You just added beats to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And turned it into 45 seconds.
I can't believe I'm in acting class on Monday night.
It was
Diaz. I'm loving this shit.
Amazing. Once that came to me, I wanted one line.
They taught us that
if you look at the IMDb of me, there's a bunch of the bottom half. You count those in half. Those are all co-stars. And all those co-stars were one line. All of them.
Yeah.
I did. What was the show I did with the hot chick that was on ABC? She played a detective for a while. Her father was the guy from
Esposito?
No. No, she was in American Gangster. She was very good in American Gangster. She played the white dude's wife, the Australian guy's wife at the park.
Oh.
Her accent was good. She had a show. One line I had in that. Law and Order, one line. I mean, I just booked one line movie. Then there was
amazing.
Then there was a streak I went on that was the beginning of every movie.
Wasn't Spider-Man a one-liner?
Sure it was.
Mm-hmm. In the subway.
And by that time, I was good at one-liners. By the time I went into that one, I sat at home, I scratched my head. I said, I'm a guy on a train in New York. What am I supposed to look like? So I went in there with a white T-shirt and a Yankee hat. As hacky as I could be, as they wanted you to be.
That's right.
I was fat as shit. And on the way there, I stopped somewhere and I got like a fake newspaper and put it under my arm. So I'm supposed to be on a train. He comes through. I get to this audition. Paulie Walnuts just left.
Wow.
Like they were there early.
Yeah.
Like they had a bunch of New Yorkers there early. I was there with the guy from that movie with Clooney and Brad Pitt where they robbed the hotel. I was in there with a bunch of dudes. I had booked a bunch of shit. This lady that booked the Richard Gere movie with the hot chick. The one that he became a fucking gangster over. And the chick. The one about the fucking hooker. That he falls in love with the hooker.
9.5 weeks?
Pretty Woman?
Pretty Women.
Pretty Woman.
She booked 9.5 weeks. So I was petrified already going there. You had to park in the Sony parking lot and walk to the end of hell. And it was July. No, I read for it like one of those hot days in fucking March.
Ugh.
One of those days in March where it turns 90.
Yeah, you're like,
and you go out thinking it's going to be 50. So I had the white shirt on with the Yankee hat. And I had a velour black Big Daddy sweatshirt on that weighed 20 pounds. I walked across that lot with that fucking thing on. I thought I was going to die. I get to the audition. I look at the call sheet. It has all those people's names on it. I'm looking around the room. Guys, between you and me, there's 30 gorillas in there, all from New York. I got depressed. I looked down, and I go, okay. I went, and little by little, I slipped closer to the door. And I listened to everybody. Action. If you want to get the high, you got to get through me. Cut. Thank you. Action. If you want to get the high, you got to get through me. I listened to 10 of them, and right there, I figured it out. I'm going to go in there and rip this room apart. As I walked in, I said hello to her and her assistant and the producer. But as I walked in, I walked in towards them, and they were on my right. But on my left, there was a couch. I forced them to slate me in front of the couch.
Okay.
Okay. I go, where do you want me to stand? They go, right there by the light. I go, and I went under the light by the couch. The couch was behind me, okay? They didn't even see it coming. You don't even see it coming.
I'm excited.
And I said, this is Spider-Man 2. Take a look at my face. I got holes in it. I'm on coke. The only way I'm going to fucking do this if I make them remember me.
Yeah.
I'm 360 pounds at the time. I've been up for 2 days. And with all this shit on my mind, I thought of this. And she goes, action. And I wasn't even looking at them. I look over at the camera, and I took a pause, and I swallowed like the fat dude in the Chinese Connection. There's a scene where a fat dude looks over at Bruce Lee and he sees that it's Bruce Lee and he goes, and he swallowed.
Like a nervous
tit. I swallowed and I go, you want to get to him? You got to go through me. With a little dot on my face. And all of a sudden, he's supposed to hit me with the tail. I flew backwards, landed on the couch, 360 pounds. The couch tipped over. I tipped over. My hat fell off. They both came over and helped me up. Who do you think got that role, dog?
I saw the movie.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't get that role because I was better than everybody. I saw that couch and I go,
made them think.
This is my opportunity to jump backwards like that whip.
Yeah,
in the sides.
Yeah.
And it was one of those auditions, dog, that you didn't know what was there till you got there.
Yeah.
They gave you sides with your name on them that were blueprinted, so you couldn't take them and
nobody
copy
was
them.
allowed to know
Nobody was allowed
anything.
to have them, Lee.
Same with the wrestlers. I don't think the girls.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have
No.
any lines. We just had to walk around the cage. Remember when they were having the big cage?
It's crazy, Lee. In those days, Men in Black, you had to get the audition there, read it, and give the sheet back on the way
That's
out.
because everybody was stealing.
And
from
no
everybody.
camera. You couldn't take pictures of the
Of
fucking
course
sheets.
not.
Hilariously.
And now look, they have
Hey.
entire seasons of Game of Thrones getting leaked.
How?
They do it on purpose.
You think
Everybody
so?
leaks on purpose. They're a bunch of lies. They only mysteriously got leaked. Somebody leaked my naked
They said
photos.
they hacked it.
How do they know who's got naked photos?
Guys, I have naked photos on the internet. I want you to all look it up.
Are they out there?
No,
there?
I'm kidding.
You
I don't have
send
any.
them to
People would be like, "What the fuck?" I'm just trying to give people something to do.
You know, Lee, it was funny that even with casting,
I'll put some
were,
up.
We were talking about breakdowns a couple of weeks ago. How breakdowns are what people look for when you want to be in a movie or something. They say, I'm going to the breakdowns to see what's in there today, to see if you're in there. The problem we get in the breakdowns is you see the real nitty gritty.
Yeah.
And you never, just like in a world of whatever. Joe Diaz has a company. He sells medical equipment on the phone. Base salary is $80,000 plus commissions and incentives, and you got a rental car, and then you got a car. Lee Syatt comes in. He's one of 100 fucking applicants. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What Lee doesn't know is my company, we cut a deal because my brother's a fucking asshole. He cut a deal with some people that for the first 3 years, before we hire somebody, they got to screen them. They're charging us $30,000 a year for a service we could have done ourselves. Okay, so that's what most people do not know.
Yeah.
That they have an H&R department that I could give recommendations to, but they do the final thing. Okay.
Okay.
But let me explain something to you. Who gets hired all the time in today's America? Family.
Yeah.
Family. Okay.
Friends.
So yeah, Lee Syatt's a
Friends.
great fucking family guy. But let me tell you something, Eleanor. I got a kid out of college. He's my godson. He needs a job bad. That's what Lee doesn't know.
And he'll do it for
No,
$30,000 less.
He won't do it for $30,000.
No, he's gonna get more.
He's
than
going to get more than that. That's how that works.
It happens every.
That's how that works.
Sometimes.
The most incompetent
No.
make the most money. No,
I agree
you'll
with
see,
Joey.
You'll see over the years.
Listen,
You'll see over the years
my
how.
nephew just got drafted to the Minnesota Twins.
Oh shit!
Right, so he's in their farm system. He's playing in the single A, but he didn't get drafted out of college because they hire family. That and the people that they go. One kid that got drafted, like the Puerto Rican kid that he played on VCU, he was a shortstop. He was fucking awesome. He didn't get drafted. Him and Jimmy were like the two best. They didn't get drafted, so they're like, who the hell are they drafting? And they look it up. It's like family members. One kid got drafted to the Chicago, and then he got hurt. He didn't play the whole year, but he still got like $100,000 or whatever it was for a signing bonus to get to the. It's like, what is this? So he had to play in a minor league ball club, then boost his stats up that way, and then a scout saw him, and then they put him on the Twins. So now he's in this system, but it's just like they only hire family, and they pay them out the wazoo.
Well,
Family and friends.
I didn't know more about sports like that.
I mean, but I'm saying it happens now. It's everywhere.
Now, like I know in the corporate world, we really don't know who we're going up against.
Yeah.
So that's why when you apply for a job and you do a really good interview and you go for the second interview and you don't get the position, you never know what else is going on.
Yeah.
The same thing happens with acting.
Yep.
If you're a blonde and you're going in for that role, let me tell you something. That director is fucking a blonde on the side. She's getting that role. No matter if you go in there and you cry on the spot.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you can make smoke go out of your ass. Doesn't matter.
And I can.
Yeah.
And they don't care.
It doesn't matter. All that shit doesn't matter. Because at the end, they're looking out for a friend like we all do in this fucking life. We all look out for that friend. Listen, put him in there. It's a day's work.
Yeah.
That's why in the beginning, people really liked me. So 9 out of 10, it wasn't the role I was going in for. But they felt so bad that they made me go in for the callback that they would give me. Anna Faris.
Oh, I love her.
She
Anna
did that
Faris.
movie
Yeah,
about
yeah.
smoking weed. What's that movie she did about getting high all day?
Good question.
I don't know.
Look at her IMDb.
I love Anna Faris. She's so funny. I got to make her laugh in the OR once.
In 2006, there was this Japanese director that did something big, and he had all this heat on him. And one day, Anna Faris is doing a movie about stoners, and she hires this director. This director, like everybody's that I read for, was like everybody I told I was reading for this was like, dog, you have no idea how badass that director is, blah, 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 blah. He made me go in there 3 or 4 fucking times, man. For 2 different roles. That's how much he dug me. And I didn't get both of them. And like a
smiley face?
Smiley face.
Oh, is that a real thing?
Yeah,
I mean, that's a real...
that's a real movie, yeah.
That's fun. And it's Anna Faris?
Anna Faris. And like a week before Christmas, I get a call. Joey, we're really sorry, but can you come in for 3 hours? We'll give you a scale. You're a security guard that chases her. Thank you for being a sport and coming in those 4 times. We really loved you, but the producers went a certain way, but I got a day for you. Okay. There's a lot of people who do that.
Yeah.
Because they know you actually stayed up and you struggled and
you're, yeah.
But every audition I got, I could tell you a trick I did that nobody else figured out. I didn't go in there and do what everybody else did. I refused.
That's the
to
bottom
let myself
line.
go in there. You know, before we started the podcast tonight, we were talking about statuses, and Lee was talking about like a UFC fighter. Like, do people think of later? I always thought of later here. I didn't want to be that. See, I didn't know. I didn't think that at the age of 50 I'd be on the road. I thought at the age of 50, between you and I, honest engine,
that you would be.
I thought I would be finishing up a TV show and about to get syndication money. That's what I really thought. Was it a big role? No. I'm talking about I was a plumber. I did 6 episodes a season as the funny plumber. I bent over. You saw the crack in my ass. You clapped. I walked off stage. I sold some tickets for a couple of weeks until they found out I was a fucking pig. And we all moved on. That's what I thought the outcome was going to be. All right? I didn't know I was going to be fucking cracking jokes.
Right.
But I also knew that just in case I wanted to have an acting resume. Because I didn't want to wake up one day where you're 50 with one fucking movie that you got.
Yeah.
Because your friend put you in it. But besides that, you know, you come here, you become a stand-up, but you got to remember, all our fucking idols did fucking movies. I hate when most comics go, well, this guy's a sellout or whatever. From Richard Pryor to fucking, you know, and Jackie Gleason, they all did movies. That was the final step of this journey.
Yeah.
To do this as a fucking artist, and that's what you want to consider yourself as a fucking artist. You got to do movies, short films, long films, some theater. I saw a dude the other day that I got fired with. I got fired from a theater production.
That's
amazing.
Was
the worst. It was the worst piece of shit of all time. It was going to be on Koreatown.
I've done a ton of theater.
Oh, my God. Theater in L.A.
is brutal.
Is just like signing a death warrant.
I toured L.A. with one. I toured all over L.A. with a play.
There is no future
here.
in fucking theater acting in L.A. It is so badly.
That's how dumb I was.
No industry goes. I tried to get into 3 different acting troupes. I was one of those assholes for a while.
I was part of Gary Marshall's fucking theater.
Yeah,
I mean,
no. I did it all.
Dick.
I was part of I.O. for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I realized all those kids were just rich kids that fucking were confused. I want to write on that line. Let me go to L.A. Yeah. And also after 3 years, the dad's like, listen, moron. The credit card's over.
Bitch. Yeah.
Come back and sell Staples for me.
Sell Staples? Well, I didn't have that. I can go home and work at the typewriter store.
What the fuck do you think? I had
better off here.
Did you really think?
Doing spots.
My B plan was to sell blow.
I was going to marry the mob. I mean, I could still do it because they'll be on their like 3rd divorce now. So I could sneak in there, right?
The mob is done. That's how.
Yeah, but I'm just saying these jackals that still live in my neighborhood that call themselves.
No, these poor guys. It's just weird that there was no
I had an offer in Atlantic City last week. A guy said, come on, I'll take care of you. I said, all right. I said, ask my brother. My brother Jimmy was there. So I go, ask Jimmy, because he knew him, if I can go out with you. And then he went over to Jimmy, and he goes, is she really single? And Jimmy's like, yeah, she's single. Why would she lie about that? And then the guy goes, well, can I date her? And Jimmy's like, "You're too short. Get the fuck out of here!" Like, just shit all over him. And the guy was like, "Really?" He was about 5'1", with a lot of confidence. A lot.
That's what you all leave 5'1".
I'm 5'3".
Good
or
boy.
like 5'4", maybe on a good day.
You got good confidence. I'm tall
really.
though. I'm kind of goonish, so I do have
How
to have a
tall are
little
you?
height. 5'8".
That's pretty tall.
But for a chick, and then I wear heels because I'm a dick. How dare you? Like, I'll wear wedges just to piss on you. You know what I mean, Lee?
You probably could piss on me.
So altogether, how many years acting class do you think were under your belt?
Oh, man.
Altogether.
Infana, Irish Klein. I mean, I was everywhere.
The year course.
3 years at Playhouse West, 2 years at Joanne Barron, D.W. Brown. I went to Temple. I studied with Stephen Stahl in Philadelphia. Everywhere you can think of, because it was something to keep you busy. Like, if you weren't with comics, you could go up every night and work on your craft. As an actor, if you don't have a job, you don't have a job. So you have to do the scene study classes. I would have like 2 and 3 going at a time. I used to have scene study. My roommate was an actor, so we would do scene study classes on our own. Like, it was just always, it was everything I thought of. And then I'd wait tables at the Comedy Store at night and break everybody's balls. And they were like, "Why aren't you doing stand-up?" And then 12 years later, after waiting tables all that time, it finally hit me. Maybe I should do stand-up. And it's been 10 years. You believe that? 10 years I've been doing this already.
Stand-up. Good for you.
February, 10 years.
But you know what, bro? You went.
But like, I could have started when I was 21 when I fucking came here.
Yeah, but you know what?
I wasn't there yet.
You sat, you watched, you saw what the life was about.
And
you
I
got
hated
to see
it.
an inside look at it. You know, no, and listen, nobody picks this fucking life. This life is.
I knew how bad it was. I knew how brutal the road was.
This is a life of punishment, man.
Yeah.
The first 5 years, unless you luck out, you know.
And I am blessed.
Yeah,
opening
we all
for
are.
Andrew.
No, we
No.
all
But
are.
that is a big blessing in that first couple years. Like, he put me on the road with him, and then I got booed off the stage. So he let me go for that 1 year to really see if I was going to keep doing it. And I did. And then he brought me back, and I've been with him kind of consistent ever since.
You got booed off the stage. How much of an education was that, Jack?
Dude, let me tell you. The theater in the Round, Westbury Music Fair in Long Island. So they're booing you from the front, the side,
You
and
won't
the
even
back.
drive past that place
No.
ever again.
No, I'll fucking kill
You
somebody
won't even
in
go
that
to Long
place.
Island no more.
No, I kill it, Governor. My goal is to go back to Westbury and fucking destroy them. Because I was so nervous. I was sweating so bad on stage that I had a cute little half bra
Your
on.
hands are
under
sweating
my-
now, telling the
yeah,
story.
just I'm freezing. And I was like holding my hands under here. Anyway, so my bra, I had a cute little half top, like a half bra on under my cute shirt, and it slid down, dude. And it looked like fucking tumors on my stomach.
That's how much you were sweating.
Sweating so bad. 7 minutes of just booing.
Nobody has an idea.
They put
what
it on
7
MySpace.
Nobody has an idea what dying is for 7 minutes. 7 minutes takes this
Brutal.
quick. This is 7 minutes this quick.
Yeah, but when
until
you're
living
dying,
it.
it's 2.5
Oh my
hours,
God,
maybe
3
4.
minutes.
Mhm.
Even if you have 3 minutes and you're dying at the first minute, you don't know what fucking
And they're
life
going,
is.
boo, fuck you.
Are
Where's
you still
dice?
telling jokes like 5 minutes in?
Yeah, I say I'm from Philly. Fuck the Phillies. Like, they play for the Yankees or the fucking Giants or whatever they're. Fuck you. The Eagles stink. They start run off sports teams. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm throwing out a few good lines. I think I had like 2 or 3 good lines. And then I remember like catching eyes with my sister. She drove all the way up from South Philly. Thank God she didn't bring her friend Georgie Martin. God rest his soul. But he if he would have been there, he would have fucking killed at least 1,000 people.
Was your sister booing?
But no, my sister, she should have. But she stood up, and my sister, we look exactly alike, but we're 10 years apart. She just looked at me like, what do you want to do? Want to fight this whole fucking room? I'll start right in this section. You know what I mean? Like, just 2 South Philly animals ready to just take on Long Island. It was brutal. It was so... And that's when he was like, I got to see if... Because he wasn't going to go on stage, Andrew. And I went upstairs, and I was like, just go out there. They don't want to see me. It has nothing to do with my act. They just want to see you. And like, I'm trying to be brave. I'm like, go out there. And then he went out. He had the best set ever because he just shit all over everybody. And like, he was like, how dare you fucking treat her like that? She's my family. You know what I mean? Like, he was so angry. But I also was dressed wrong. It was bad. It was...
No, it was an education.
3 months into stand-up.
Oh, yeah.
3
You're not
months
ready
into
for fucking
stand-up.
Westbury.
The
You're
nerve
not
of
even-
me to go to fucking Westbury Music Fair to
That
follow
was-
2 opening comics, by the way. And then we took an intermission, and then I went out. But we had...
Oh, yeah. They threw you. He knew
That's
that
a
was going to happen.
raping.
Yeah, he knew
No,
that was going to
he
happen.
thought they were going to love
No,
me
no,
because we had the VH1 show on.
No.
So his brain is 1989. So in 89,
They
when
don't
you're
have
on TV, they love you because there was 4 channels
They don't
back
have
then.
VH1 in fucking Long Island.
No, I think they fucking canceled the whole network at
It's
that
hysterical.
point.
No.
Brutal.
That
brutal.
that was terrible positioning.
It was brutal.
That was even a fucking experienced guy after an intermission. It's got to
Yeah.
be somebody high energy.
Even the
in
2
your
guys on
face
before me.
to wake them up. Intermissions. When somebody calls me for a theater show with 4
Yeah.
or 5 comics, the first question out of my mouth is, "Who's opening up after the intermission?" Where would you rather go? I'll tell you what.
I will do it now.
I'll tell you what I'd rather do. How about let me close out before the intermission and then check, and I'm gonna stay there for the extra hour and a half, and then you're beaten. That's where I want to be, closing out the first half. If you're gonna do an intermission,
It's
if
terrible.
You got a big
That's
time,
the
if you got a big
dumbest-
time headliner, put me on third to close up the intermission, or put me on before the headliner, which he won't want to do that. So I knew that was going to happen when they would call me for those things. So I was always telling them, put me up. Well, we want to put you up before the headline. Listen, it's not going to work. He's going to KO it. Guarantees going to say no. Sure enough, the guy would call it. Yeah, you're right. You're going to... We decided.
We decided. Yeah,
We
all right.
decided. He didn't decide. We decided that was a good idea, JoJo. We're going to put you up.
It's brutal. I can't even like that. Doing that, intermission is the weirdest thing I've ever fucking seen. Like, I get it if you're gonna do it and then just bring out the headliner, because then they're gonna, especially like a Dice, because his crowds are so rowdy, and like we were just in Boston on Saturday. I thought these guys, when I came out, they looked at me like, oh, it's a sacrifice. We're just allowed to take her, right? Like, I mean, they were coming at you. And this was just Saturday. So it's even worse when you're 3 months in. Like Andrew said, he sat on the side and watched me because he thought I was going to cut my set short. That's how rowdy the crowd was. They're yelling shit out. So I'm putting fires out.
This last week?
Just Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In Boston.
You're the opening act.
But you just,
You know,
I'm saying
they've been
you
waiting
still
all
have
week,
to beat
yeah.
the shit out of them.
Here's the thing. For
He
years,
opened with the poems. That's how fucking rowdy they were. The poem.
If, you're a quarterback. When you're the first comic up, you're a fucking quarterback. Because you dictate the fucking
You gotta
show.
stay in the pocket.
That's one thing I learned at the Comedy Store on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
That no matter who was going up, Mitzi gave you the power to dictate the show. Do a minute in between them. Feel them out. Do a new joke. Feel them out. And something made me learn how to shift them from one direction to another. A comic goes up there, he's fucking filthy. He's fucking filthy. And I know the guy behind him is going to be fucking clean. I'm going to do family material for a minute just to change their mindset. That's something I know off the bat. I'm not going to go up there and carry on being fucking dirty.
No, you gotta reset the room.
One thing I believe in, okay, and this is rough coming out of my mouth. I don't want the first guy or first girl to be fucking dirty.
No, I get that.
I really don't want that person to be dirty. When a promoter does that, you're telling me you're ignorant. You're putting 3 comics that are the same. If me and Eleanor are coming to your town, it's got to be a clean chick up front. Clean, spotless clean. Not a curse word could come out of them. Because by the time I go up there, they've heard everything. They're beaten to death with curse words. So there's not only stand-up, there's a psychology to stand-up and where you go. When you go out in front of Diaz, when I used to go out with Rogan, I'm the first guy up.
Yeah.
My first 4 minutes are clobbering them. If they heckle, I do not respond at all. I don't have time for a heckle. I'm like a fireman's hat. The shit's hitting me and it's just flying off. And eventually, they fucking stop.
Yeah.
They fucking stop.
That's what Wheels does. He talks over them, he says.
Yeah, you got to talk over them.
Yeah.
You got to talk over them because if not, you're fucking... It just doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
If you react to those theater crowds, they'll eat you up alive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They just keep coming at you. You're like,
think of those
fuck, it's too many fires to put
Think
out.
of those Pilot the Bombardier guys that used to open up for fucking Sam Kinison.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like...
Think of those Pilot the Bombardier guys.
You mean like LeBeau and like...
It's like
Stevens
opening up for Artie Lang when he was on Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah.
That crowd comes in juiced up on fucking metadoo, Hole & Company. They got everything in their fucking veins. You think they want to put up with an opener? They yelling, screaming. You know, we come back from that show happened in Philly with the Bill Burr and people saying that.
Oh, yeah.
One of the worst audience I ever seen in a music crowd was Philadelphia. Sammy Hagar was up on stage. And they were spitting on their fingers and flinging the spit off their fingers. In 1982, 81, Philadelphia was brutal.
Philadelphia's always
But
brutal.
Here's the thing, man. I always believe in the control you have on stage. If they get like that, it's because you didn't do your job right. Somewhere you did something, you came out cocky.
Yeah.
You did something. I've seen tremendous comics can't follow their intro.
Oh, yeah.
Like they've made the intro so powerful that now people are expecting smoke. You know, it backfires on you.
I kind of got in trouble for that once.
Yeah.
With David Tell.
It backfires on you,
Only
brother.
because I'm such a big fan that I was hosting and I was thrilled. You know, remember Dan Murr? He got me in that Tempe Improv, and so
rest in peace.
I know,
creepy
right?
motherfucker.
He was fucking nuts. God, I loved him. But anyway, so he got me that gig, and I gave Attell this amazing, and he pulled me aside and he's like, honey, I can't.
No,
It's like, please don't. And I go, I'm so sorry, like, because I don't want to get fired, but you know, you got to be careful.
Yeah, no.
He's like, bitch, I can't follow
Keep
that.
it short, keep it quick, and get in and out. Boom, boom, boom. You can't sit there. One of the funniest things I ever did, and I don't know where this guy is today. This guy was one of the, when you write your comedy memoirs, he has to be in there. He was a guy. El Paso was one of the best weeks I had.
Okay.
When I was that medium feature act. Okay. Freddie, everybody did El Paso. El Paso was a tremendous comedy
still is,
club.
I kind of think.
It still is, but the club has changed. He's changed. A lot of things have changed. But when he was in the Earl Club, the first one, I forgot what the train of thought was. What the fuck are we talking about?
Doing the circuit in El Paso.
No,
like featuring. Just following an intro.
Okay, so El Paso had this dude that cleaned up at night.
Okay.
He had the contract at the movie theater. He had the contract at the restaurant, and that was his last contract. So he would start at the fucking comic strip in El Paso. He'd go, sweep the floors, vacuum, hand wipe the tables, clean the bar, clean the bathrooms, take out the garbage, and then from there he'd go to the movie theater, sweep the whole movie theater, the bathrooms. Him and his wife were a team.
Okay.
And then from there they ended up at a restaurant where they'd steam the mats and the whole thing. The guy told me his life, but one day he goes, fuck it, I'm going to become a stand-up comic.
Okay.
And he started busting the owner's balls for fucking MC spots. So between you and I, the guy had personality. He was a fucking street
Was
hustler.
he funny or just
He just
silly?
He knew everybody in El Paso. So 100 people would come to the fucking show.
So he knew the lingo, yeah.
And he knew little things. And one night he opened up for George Lopez, and George Lopez told me he was a star. So he was off and running after that. He had a suit on after that. He was going to dump his wife for another woman. The whole fucking thing. This guy was hysterical. Meanwhile,
I love the suit.
Listen
and
to
then
me.
he's leaving his wife.
Meanwhile, he still cleaned the club at night, right? So He's walking around like fucking Frank Sinatra. And I get down there, and the first thing the owner, Bart, God bless his soul, he's a great dude, calls me over and he goes, listen, when he comes over and asks you for a resume, write out 2 pages.
Oh, I see. Like for an intro.
Yeah. So I had to go.
That's hysterical.
That night I had to go to my fucking condo and write, born in Cuba, migrated to New York at the age of 3, went to Catholic school. Oh, yeah, and I gave it to him.
Basically your bio.
He opens it up and he's like reading through it and he comes up to me, he's like, you want me to say all this? I'm like, yeah. The headline, I had like an 8-page. The first weekend when we tortured him.
That's
like an 8-page. And he went up to the first night, Wednesday night, and this fucking moron read him. We're in the back howling. People, and he can't,
And they said that in the announcer voice?
Yeah, with the announcer.
Coming to the stage.
This guy played mini basketball for the 6th Street Devils and all this shit.
The 6th Street Devils?
He wasn't fond of the uniform
Dog,
colors.
we would crack him.
Oh my God.
Every comic that went there gave him a page resume every week.
What
every time he hosted. We tormented that guy, but the final
Still doing stand-up?
No, that
he
guy's
had a
not,
mental
there's no
breakdown.
stand-up. We broke him. We broke him on New Year's Eve. We threw him.
New Year's Eve. Happy New Year, fucker.
You know how we broke him?
How?
He was the janitor. We took those things you throw up in the floor, confetti, and his vacuum.
Brutal.
His vacuum didn't pick it up.
Fuck you. You just gave me a flashback.
You broke him at his job?
He had to pick up each piece of fucking
they
confetti
stay, man. They
with his
stay.
fingers.
Aw.
He said he was there for 20 hours straight. Him, his wife, the kids.
Everybody picked something up.
He quit comedy.
But
he closed up shop. He got a decent day job, and that was the end of that fucking moke.
good you got him out, man. Because
Oh, my
otherwise
God.
we'd still be dealing with that piece of shit.
Oh my God, that was such a fucking.
Some people
long
stay
time.
in it. That's what we were talking about earlier too. That
They
you
have
stay
big
in
lips,
it
bro.
and you don't know when to get out.
I was down there a lot. One thing about Bart, God bless him, when I was a feature actor, he put me down there 2 weeks of the shot, and every time there was a cancellation, I'd get the call. So there was a time period for like 6 months. I would go down there, and that guy hosted 3 or 4 nights. And by that time, every time I went, like I said, he started off as a janitor.
Yeah.
And by like the second time before I didn't see him anymore, he started wearing suits. And he was booking an army base. It was hysterical, the transformation.
I would have died.
He was booking a restaurant. He talked to Pablo Francisco about doing a theater with him in Tucson. He mentioned my name. I mean, this guy was a big shot. And then I got a hold of him those 2 weeks before New Year's. I got him with the resume, fucking gum under the chairs. I went and bought packs of gum.
Bro.
I put gum under the chairs. I would come in. He said he had to
Fucking
scrape the
ironing
gum
out. Yeah,
from
it's
chairs.
hard, man.
Who the fuck he was doing this? I did that for him the final week, and then the final week I started sprinkling graffiti, and he kept.
No way. You're an asshole.
That's
too much.
Who keeps putting? He keeps putting graffiti on the floor. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Playing on the floor.
Like a little bit. I put like 10 of
I
them.
would have killed you. Like that's a
Oh
movie
my
where like
God.
the guy snaps and he like
Listen to me.
It is. It is like
throwing the glitter or whatever it was.
And here's the beauty of that he went to the management and said to them, "Listen, guys, I gotta tell you something.
Oh my God.
Even the high-powered
You're a devil.
vacuums won't pull the things from your floor.
confetti. Yeah.
Don't do it. Get the pop bottle."
And that's it.
And
'Cause the
that's it.
strings are easier
Because
to pick
the
up.
strings are easier. They agreed.
Trust me, I had to do
They
it.
went out and
The
bought
Comedy Store.
22,000 pop bottles. But that didn't stop Joey Diaz. As soon as I said Happy New Year, I started flinging that shit from a bag. Nobody do nothing. The purple lights, everything was dark. That dude came in that night. My phone rang that morning at 8. Dog, who the fuck drew graffiti up in the floor last night? I have no idea, dog.
Yeah, I can't
I was
help you
too
with
busy
that.
doing on stage, doing comedy. I'm fucked up. Me and my family are still here, picking up little things. The club was closed for 2 days. They were there those 2 days.
Wow.
picking each thing up one by one.
I mean, that's
And they stick to your finger. And
they
you
stick.
Can't
You
get
can't get
them
them out. Listen, I'd hear Juan Carlos at the Comedy Store just cursing.
Is he still there?
Oh yeah. You see, the problem is Miss Mitzi, Eleanor.
Let me fucking read the shout-outs here. I got to give a special thanks to James Crute for really helping out with my niece's campaign. I love you to death, James. Thank you for what you do. Raymond Bazio, Gregory Harrison, Joey Crooklyn, what's happening? Phil Castillo, Yusuf Goff, Kirkar Sarati, Ray Dwack, and Music While Boozing Podcast. I got you, cocksucker. You know what I'm saying? We got you. Don't forget, next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the party starts Thursday night at the Pittsburgh Improv in Homestead. I know they say Pittsburgh Improv is to impress you, but it's really in Homestead. Don't forget, September 28th to the 30th, Pittsburgh Improv, Homestead.
I've heard nice things about Homestead.
It's nice. I like it. I'm looking forward to it.
You know, I've never been to Pittsburgh. That's how silly I am.
Well, you gotta get your life
it's only
together.
6 hours away from Philadelphia.
6 hours. I gotta take a plane.
No,
That's
I mean,
an hour fucking flight.
Oh yeah, it's pretty quick that way.
So I land in Philly on Wednesday, go to the hospital, get a hotel room, go to dinner with my brother, smoke a couple bowls with him. Then Thursday I wake up, I eat the free breakfast.
There you go.
And I just take the shuttle to the fucking airport and ba-boom, do the first show Thursday night. Friday, 2 shows. Saturday I come back. I'm home for 2 weeks, then I go to Tampa Improv.
Nice.
And then that following week we're only going to do one podcast on Monday night because I'm leaving too quick. So that's
you mean like because you're going back to back, right? I got
that's
the
leave
hardest
on 2
part.
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
When you leave on Wednesday, it's a little on the rough side for me, but I got to tell you something. You're paying me. I committed to doing a job. You know what? I'd feel a lot better if you came in on the day before.
I agree.
On both of these, I'm not getting killed. One day I leave at 2, and the other flight's at 2.
Perfect.
So at least I take Mercy to school.
Yeah.
I eat breakfast with my wife. You know, LAX is not that bad at that time. I'm not fucking dying.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about those flights is they're usually delayed.
Really?
The 1 o'clock, yeah.
Motherfuckers.
You're dead till
Yeah.
4:35, 4:55, which ain't bad. You go get a nice lunch. You already ate an edible. So you're on fire at the airport. You know what I'm saying? I get fucked up.
Trust me.
This last, oh my God, on the way to fucking Oklahoma this week, I got just ripped out of my mind by mistake, Eleanor.
What, like you took too much?
Here's
or-
what happened.
But you
No,
know what?
I take these things at night, the transmission fluid. So
What?
today we ate 2 of them apiece. These transmission fluids are a killer. Last
For
week,
your car or your body?
no, they're edibles, but I call them transmission fluid.
Because they clean everything up.
No, they smell just like transmission fluid.
Oh, shit.
Like if you drip the oil from a transmission, that oil that comes out,
brutal.
this is exactly what it smells like. So anyway, to make a long story short, I gotta go on fucking Friday morning. The show's on Saturday. I want to get there early. I want no problems. It's Tornado Alley. They only have a direct on Friday at 10 in the morning. It gets me to 3 o'clock. I have the guy pick me up at 7:30. I get in the fucking car. I already had a protein shake, and my wife makes scrambled eggs, 1 piece of toast, and 2 little pieces of bacon. I'm on the Weight Watch, the fucking thing in the morning. She's driving me crazy, but it's working. I fucking get in the car. I talk to Lee, and I go, "Oh, I packed 2 of them for the flight. 2 of them, which you gotta be crazy." It's 7:30 in the morning.
Which is late for you.
It's 7.
7:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fly.
He'll take edibles at 3 a.m.
I'll take him at 3 if I'm going to fly out at 6. So when you fly out at 6, that means you're going to be in the air for fucking 5 hours. You got to be prepared. You got to time your edible just correct the mundo.
I can't.
So it peaks at the 3-hour point. So at the 3-hour mark, you got to actually sit down and go, should I jump off the plane? Or do I want to watch another movie? You know what I'm saying? That's the feeling.
Wait, do you stay awake on the plane?
Oh, yeah, I can't sleep. I got
He
sleep
roams
apnea.
the plane.
Oh, my
I walk-
God. That's brutal. I'm
So
sorry.
I got to make the best of it. But when I go to New
now
York,
I understand
when
why.
I go to New York or Boston, I take fucking Mint.
Yeah,
and I
JetBlue. That's
plugged
what we
it-
took on the way back.
And I plug that motherfucker in, and I plug that sleep apnea machine in. I slide that little door in. I put that little sleep apnea mask. After they bring me that fucking breakfast on Jelly Blue, I put that bed all the way back. I fold up my sweatshirt as a pillow. They give me a pillow.
Perfect.
Oh my God, your feet fit right under there. You put the air on your head. And it's nappy noon time. Somebody always slips me a pill in New York. Somebody always slips me a pill in New York. Or two.
We took that home from Boston
I break that in half. I put it under my tongue after breakfast. But all I'm hearing is, we're about to descend. Pull your seats up. And you're like, fuck. But this week was completely different.
Oklahoma's shorter, right? I mean,
3.5.
3.5. Okay.
I get on the fucking plane. I'm in the fucking Uber. I'm talking to the guy. I go, when am I going to eat this edible? We're starting to get to the airport fast. Because after you pass a certain point, there ain't no traffic on the 405.
Yes.
It's pretty fucked up.
You're like, what is going on?
After you pass Sunset, it's now you're doing 90.
Everyone's getting off, and then you're fucked, and like right around when the 405 and 10 meet for a second.
Yeah.
Anytime there's another.
Right.
They don't know how to do it.
So the first one is Sunset, and the second one is the 10. After the 10, you're the only one in the HOV lane. The cops won't even pull you over.
Yeah, like
they don't give a fuck.
It'll start around like Santa Monica, maybe.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfuckers.
They keep a baby in the back.
I just hit the 10, and I go, let me pop this edible. It's got to be 5 to 8. I popped this whole 200 milligram. Now, this thing hits, if I eat it at night, it hits me for about a half hour, 45
what
minutes.
What are you talking about?
It hits me, look at me. Do I look fucking fucked up to you?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, anyway. To make a long story short.
I'm not going to hit you.
I'm sorry.
I get to the airport, I'm checking in, and I already feel it hit me. I only had fucking eggs.
I only had eggs.
So I get upstairs, I get through there. It's Terminal 5. I see lemonade.
Okay.
And I go in there and I get oatmeal and a fucking watermelon.
Oh, you mean
rest.
that fucking weird place, Lemonade?
Yeah, not the Lemonade Rest. I think it's called something else.
Okay.
It's not lemonade. It's called something else. But their specialty is old-fashioned lemonade. I always have the rosemary, whatever, mango lemonade.
Fancy.
I never eat the eggs and none of that shit. I always eat the fucking oatmeal. It's delicious there.
What they've done to
Top
lemonade.
notch.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. By the time I got on that plane, I put that fucking iPod on, whatever the fuck it is. I start listening to music, you know what I'm saying? Before I get off, before the plane even takes off, I already listen to an album. The fucking plane takes off. I gotta tell you something. 30 minutes in the air, I can feel I am getting fucked up, Jack. And it ain't getting no better. I'm going.
What do you do? What if you have an anxiety attack?
I got 2 pills in the bag. I got everything in the bag. Toothbrush, blood pressure medication, 2 Xanax, 1 Ambien. I got more shit in that bag than fucking a pharmacy. I'm like Drugstore Cowboy.
Yeah.
I'm like Matt Dillon in Drugstore Cowboy.
Joey Pharmaceuticals.
Because I know I'm going to have an anxiety attack any day from those edibles.
Yeah.
I also got a vapor pen. I'm prepared.
Okay.
But I have a prescription for anxiety medication. I just really never fucking take it unless I'm taking edibles.
I'm afraid
the edibles
to take
will give me a little
though.
anxiety. So there's a point where the
Gotta
edibles
level
will
it
give me
out.
anxiety. But no, let me tell you something. I don't drink alcohol on the plane. I don't do nothing. I just chomp on this nicotine gum and I drink water like a motherfucking dog. And I get fee-zizzled. Do you understand me? I get fucked up. We land, I'm fucking lit. I mean, when we landed, I was fucking lit. I remember getting to the airport going, ooh, it's only 3 in the afternoon. I got a dilemma here. I got on that fucking thing. Me and Kate drove, the Indians. Nice little Indian lady, and the driver drove us to the thing. I went to my room, I don't know, and it was the first time in a long time I didn't know what to do with myself. I was walking around the room with my MeUndies on, right? With socks on, with MeUndies, with no shirt on.
Do you remember which design? Was it like the camo?
The camouflage, the green camouflage.
Perfect.
Because I always fly with sweatpants on now.
Well,
fucking
people don't
no
have
more
an
belt.
image.
No, I'm done.
I
There's
agree.
No more. I got some nice fucking gear from those people that make the sports stuff immediately. You know, the sweatshirt I gave you, Mike Tyson and stuff.
Oh, right. Roots of Fight.
Roots of Fight sent me
yeah.
a box last week.
Great.
Excuse me. and they always send me sweat gear. So, they send me 2 pants of these sweatpants. So I wear one to go there and one to come back. No more fucking belt or nothing. I put a white T-shirt on to look nice, ironed. You know me, old school.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, Joey
right.
Napolitano. And I put a sweatshirt on, a hooded sweatshirt, so I look decent. Let me tell you something. At the 2-hour mark, I was on fire on that flight. It was fast, too. And I had the computer with the...
Well, it's because you had the lemonade, right? It's because of the sugar?
I don't know. It don't matter. I was on fire. We land. We go back to the hotel room. I don't know what to do. I said, fuck it, I'm going to take a shower and go downstairs and eat. I had a bunch of plans. Right before I went in the shower, this fucking...
I had a bunch of
Oh, I had a bunch of plans, dog. I was going to do this, that. I was going to go hang out with the Indians, play the drum, smoke the peace pipe, play Wheel of Fortune, fucking go to the steakhouse.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, I had this creepy tiredness lurking over me. And I go, you know what? Let me put this sleep apnea machine together. I put that sleep apnea machine together. I looked in the thing, and there was a little bag. I forgot they gave me a chocolate chip oatmeal coconut cookie. When I checked in, I fucking took that little chocolate oatmeal cookie, and I bit into that motherfucker that had a Valium in it. And, dog, I snuck from 4:30 to 7:30.
Wow.
I woke up. I fucking took a shower. I got out. I called Kate. She said she passed out. I was still high when I went to dinner. I killed it at dinner. I had a cup of soup, a salad, a 6-ounce fillet, and a lobster tail, and a piece of bread with butter.
There you go.
Oh, that transmission fluid had me going.
For a whole day. That's crazy.
The whole fucking day, 200 milligrams. Usually I eat 200 milligrams, nothing happens. It's like a fucking walk in the park, like an aperitif, Uncle Joey.
You know what's sad? I don't take anything. I don't do any drugs. I sit on the plane. The minute they start that fucking thing, I'm out like a light.
God bless you.
Till they land. Sometimes they have to wake me up. The only time I ever took something was when we went to Australia, because it's like a 15-hour flight.
What'd you take?
My ex gave me like, I think it was Valium. It was the first time I ever took it. But he's like, 'cause I started having anxiety about flying over over water. Because, you know, I never leave the States, you know, so we don't go over. So I started panicking, like, oh, fuck. I don't mind if we go down and hit land, but if we hit water, I'm terrified of the ocean.
That's perfect. The shark will be right there to bite you in the half.
Hope so.
Nobody fucking loses nothing. You understand?
But in my head, it gives you anxiety. I'm sorry. It's fine. Everything's fine in the airplane. But it gives you anxiety, so your brain starts fucking with. So I'm like, 15 hours. I can't sit still for 15 hours.
Why do you think I don't sign up for that shit?
I know,
I
but
don't
I
give
did
a fuck what interesting.
Let me tell you.
I don't give a fuck what type of people, how interesting they are.
What's the
food.
football? Is it Vicodin? Is it or Valium?
I don't know. They make
okay,
all
so
different
there's a football.
sizes now.
I took a tiny
a
piece.
Xanax, yeah,
Xanax. Okay, I took a tiny piece of that. I slept after I filled out the fucking form. They make you fill out whatever. Here's your form, lady. I put the blanket on me. I slept. They woke me up when we landed.
Good for you.
The guy, when we were getting off, the guy that was sitting next to me that tried to talk to me in the beginning, I'm like, it's not going to work for you, buddy. I'm out. Like, I have anxiety. I'm a fucking mess. I'm woozy.
I took a Cosby pill, Doug. You know what I'm saying?
I always say that.
Yeah,
like, I woke
hypnotized.
up and I'm like, fuck, did I just get raped by Bill Cosby? Like, that's how high I was.
Slept for 15 hours?
15 fucking hours. And then the guy, like, we're walking out, and it was all, like, these crew guys. They were, I forget who it was, Miley Cyrus or somebody they worked for. So they were walking out, and they were meeting up with each other as we were walking out. And the one guy said to the other guy, oh, how was your flight? He goes, it was good. He goes, she slept the whole way. Like, he was talking about it. Like, I can hear you, fucker. But I did. On the way back, I woke up the last 2 hours. And that was...
And that's not bad.
That wasn't terrible,
you
but...
wake up, you look at the clock, you got 2 hours left. You're like, God damn. John.
But I definitely lost a chunk of my brain from that Xanax because that put me out. I'm a weak, I'm an easy target if anybody wants to drug me. I'm just letting you know.
Well, listen, man. I'm happy you took the time to come on tonight. You got balls of steel. Always a pleasure.
I love it. Thank you.
You still host the Comedy Store with, what's his name?
Rick Ingram and I. We host the Comedy Store podcast.
You do it every week?
We have every week. Yeah. Yeah. sometimes it's a pain in the ass because, like you said, with traveling, I was just going for 12 days. And then in August, I was out for like 2.5 weeks on the East Coast. I took a little vacation with my family and did some gigs. I was supposed to roast Pete Rose, and it got canceled because he was apparently he fucked us and a few other underage girls. So some shit went down. But that would have been fun, man. What an easy target.
Pete. They never stop on Pete. Poor fucking Pete, bro. It never ends with my boy Pete. Nobody knows how much I love Pete as a young man. Pete meant everything to me. And then
the hardest worker.
Then somebody told me he was Cuban, and I lost my mind.
Ooh.
I go, who fucking told you that? He goes, I'm telling you. My teacher told me that Barone to
He's
bust
not
my
Cuban.
balls. I know that.
I love that.
He says, he's Cuban. He goes, I go, when did you see that? He goes, I saw him one night talking like his stomach hurt. And also he goes, his name is Pedro Rosario. And I fucking died, dog. I went home and told my mother, you know, Pete Rose Cuban. She's like, get the fuck out of here. Go to your room. Anyway, talking about fucking movie stars. We all want to eat better. But when it comes to snacks, sometimes it feels like the whole world is delicious and 1 billion calories versus boring and tasteless. It doesn't have to be that way. Up your snack game with Nature Box. Nature Box has over 100 snacks that taste tremendous. And they're good and they're actually better for you. All snacks are made high quality, simple ingredients, which means no artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners. So you can feel good about what you're eating, which is rare these days. Okay, now when I get a little Nature Box, I'll tell you what I like to munch on, all right?
Oh my God, the chocolate nom-noms are great.
Until this day.
The salt and pepper lentils are delicious.
The crispy coconut squares. The double chocolate brownie cookies. Ooh. The whole wheat vanilla animals. I'm telling you right now, you have no idea what you're missing. You're sure to find your new snack obsession at Nature Box. They add new snacks every month inspired by real customer feedback and the latest food trends and professional chefs. It's so simple. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to naturebox.com, choose the snacks you want, and Nature Box will deliver them right to your door. Number 2, there's no risk. If you ever want to try a snack you don't like, don't eat it. Nature Box will replace it for free. So if you ever try a snack and you don't like it, don't eat it. Nature Box will replace it for free. What we're going to do is this. Right now, I'm going to save you even more. Nature Box is offering the Church of What's Happening Now family 3 free snacks with your first order when you go to naturebox.com/Joey. Again, that's naturebox.com/Joey. The first 3 free snacks with your first order. naturebox.com/Joey. It's time that you ate a lot better. Number 2, let me tell you something. If you look through my drawers, you won't see no motherfucking tidy whities, bitches. Those days are over with. Yeah, they're nice, they're cheap, they're tight, but after a while they feel like dick. And let me tell you something. Ever since you've been a kid, those underwears feel like dick, especially after you put on a pair of MeUndies. Let me tell you something about MeUndies. You want to look good, right? You want to look good in your underwear and you want to be comfortable. That's the most important thing. You don't want to be reaching for your nutsack and pulling shit out all day. But the perfect balance is hard to find. Don't sacrifice style or comfort. Check out MeUndies.com and find the best pair of underwear in the world. MeUndies will be the most comfortable pair of underwear you'll ever own. I'm telling you this as your fucking Uncle Joey. Made from sustainable source, naturally soft fabric that is 3 times softer than cotton. Ultimate feels good undies for when you want to feel naked, not be naked. You follow me? The ultimate feel good undies for when you want to feel naked and not be naked. For the fellas, MeUndies diamond seam pouch cradles your jewels and gives you stuff to support it needs without feeling too tight, if you know what I'm talking about. Ladies will love that soft, eco-friendly fabric, so soft and touchable. You follow me? And it's 100% satisfaction guarantee. They guarantee you'll love your undies, or guess what? You'll get your money back. What I'm going to do is this. Right now, MeUndies has an exclusive offer just for the church family. Again, get 20% off your first pair and free shipping. Did you hear that? 20% off your first pair and free shipping. And MeUndies is so sure you'll love the underwear, they're even going to offer you 100% satisfaction guarantee. You order a pair, and if you don't love the first pair, you get your full refund. It's a no-brainer. 20% off, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. Who do you think you're dealing with? What the hell are you waiting for? To get the 20% off, free shipping, and 100%, and get the best and softest underwear you'll ever own, do me a favor. Go to MeUndies.com/Joey. Again, that's MeUndies.com/Joey. There's a limited time only. 100% guarantee satisfaction, free shipping, and 20% off. So what the hell are you waiting for? Start wearing the best underwear of your life. It's changed mine, all right? It's time to get the MeUndies changed. Go to MeUndies.com/Joey right now. I want to thank Nature Box, MeUndies, Eleanor Kerrigan, and my main man, Lee Syatt, you bad motherfucker. I'll see you motherfuckers Wednesday night. Or not, I'll see you in Pittsburgh next Thursday. Have a great week. I'll talk to you motherfuckers Wednesday night. Stay black.